Thank you and welcome on another episode of Off the Pitch with TK on our YouTube channel, TK Solutions TV. Today in our studio, we are joined by former Kaizer Chiefs, Swallows FC, Highlands Park, United FC, and Manzini FC in Swaziland player. He also had a stint with Bafana Bafana. His name is Levy Mokgothu. Levy, how's it?
No, TK, I'm alright, my man. How are you?
I'm stable, boy, man. We can't complain. Here in life under COVID.
Hey, life under COVID, actually, a pandemic. Let me just put it that way. But then I think now we're starting to get used to the system because of the previous lockdown actually hit everyone.
Yeah.
So but then right now we're starting to adjust and to relax a bit other than the first one that happened last year.
Yeah. Thanks, man, for joining us. So, Levy, this is a show where we just have a chat with former players about footballers' life. I mean, in our view, we've observed that football's life is only nice when you are inside the four lines. But once you are off the pitch, it has its challenges, either good or bad. It has a lot of things that are happening. So we created this platform so that we can talk to guys like you who play the game, who are in the game. The aim is for you guys to tell the story in your own words. And by so doing, we are advising and educating the current and upcoming ones. So we'll start it from the beginning to say, Levy,
Levi, apparently people started thinking Josie.
Yeah.
But when I get to Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then Levi is a Free State boy.
Yeah.
Born and bred in the Free State. Joburg just decided to pay me.
Okay.
So home is Bloom. Let me put it that way.
And when did you come to Joburg?
Levi decided to come to Joburg actually when he was 16.
Yeah.
I decided to leave home at that age because of not the SA games. That time it was only the SA games.
Yeah.
Then really Teben.
Yeah.
Got a recommendation from Sundowns. They invited me over for development, or development. But at that time, school and time is on my side. But then, then I refused to go to school.
Yeah.
So my move to Joburg was a forceful one.
Yeah.
So whenever I just had a scholarship moving from Hatties Libota to Neville Sech.
Yeah.
So, but then I refused to go to school. So I did stay up until my parents gave up. But then they said I have to make sure about one thing to like I feel like in a school.
Yeah.
God go Pretoria, Bloma Kwankilaka. And okay, Sundowns, I don't know what has happened that time of development in terms of accommodation and all that.
Yeah.
So I left. Time is against me in terms of school. At the end, my mom was going to force me to go back to Bloom. So then I left there. My aunt then the husband came and I was on a little Silver Stars that time, Collingsfield. So my first day was quite a good day because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday they signed me. Friday I started to Highlands Boys High. Can I go think about hostel and all that. So Monday I started gila properly.
Yeah.
But then within 3 days to scholars, then that's when I was settled.
So that's where you did your high school, and in the same time you are playing for the Sagnam Stars then development team.
Yeah.
And how was your now pro side journey until when I think most people started seeing you at Moroka Swallows then? How do you move from a junior rank star, Platinum Stars, until Swallows?
It was quite a big, actually it was a traveling journey.
Yeah. Before
I got to Swallows, I had a lot of difficulties. I had a lot of struggles. I had a lot of agent issues, But then it was passion after all. I'm not going to lie. There's no way that I never traveled to looking for a job in South Africa except Limpopo. I was never a Limpopo person. I never even wanted to be there, But then I did my travels. I had my fair share. I had setbacks, and I had my time whereby things would happen and you'd find that, when you get to a team, let's say get into a team and wanting to get a job or competing with someone that's already there, You know, it was a sad reality at some point when I got to a team, Golden Arrows, competing with a certain player. But then you understand that I'm new there, but then I have friends that I know from Joburg, you know. So me sitting with the guys that already already have a contract and chilling with them being my friends, you know, then you find that there's an alibi within them, knowing that very well the boy is here and he's looking for a job. And that time Mushin was a coach.
Yeah.
You know, and Mushin had good brothers actually about me, you know. I was on a verge of signing there. So the person that was actually competing with the time and being within his circle, he decided just to say things that were not happening by that time about me. The team manager, now the CEO, I guess.
Yeah.
Mama Manto.
Yeah.
So things went down. Even the coach himself, when he called me, asked me, Levi, why did you do that? You know, how could you do that? And he was mad. Mushin actually was angry at me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't understand, and I was never given a platform to explain.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the first close range that I would ever say that I got close to a contract.
Yeah.
From there was cheaper.
But just before you moved to cheaper, what were you accused of doing at that time at Eros while you are on trial?
Okay, I had friends, Solos players, Golden Arrows players, just down the road by the South Coast.
Yeah.
So in most cases, in terms of thing, okay, the guest house hotel sort of.
Yeah.
Then they moved us, finding us a place. This boy, Lenonatwa, Cape Town, a white boy, another striker. And so we shared a room. We shared a place actually. So we stayed there together. Then, but then all the time from where I would walk a bit of a distance to Akomajite.
Yeah.
So we'd chill there till late. You know, you get there, the guys at Baduti Banyana, Kebjoala. I chill there, get a PlayStation. I have to walk back.
Yeah.
You know, even if Nekibat Nekile Mutoyo, another time, I wasn't gonna drink knowing that I'm not familiar with Durban.
Yeah.
You know, I have to walk back all the way home.
Yeah.
You know, so that time Nekile closely Mchempu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nekina lo blomale Nekichile, then Kevaike. Like that was my basic time. In 20 kids every time after training. After I drop I bloma chila, few minutes ke koye, ke blomedale and then walk back. You know, so. There was just a setup in Lorry that time. Guys were just banabadu top, and there were girls, there were alcohol and all that. So, a thing of a girl coming to you and need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Only never said. So a girl will come to talk to me, abele an interesting conversation. So we conversate. Then the next thing, the person who gets to him is like, okay, this boss I feel now if then there's alcohol involved. So that was the basic thing. Then don't blame that till lady. And all that, you know. So it was never actually said to me direct.
Yeah.
It was a thing of then next thing time I labor no in exercising the contract, you know.
Yeah.
So I understood it was a personal vendetta. I should say the person that I was actually competing in the same position with the time, you know, he was quite close with the team manager or Wanamanto and all that, you know. Yeah. He was a senior, fine. Nexale Munyan. You know, it was easy. Certain things would easily be manipulated. Correct. And I wouldn't be given a platform to actually. I wasn't asked, actually. I was told what I did. And I should stop training. You know, and Mushini, he tried to explain. I spoke to him. All that he said to me was that, I'm disappointed. How could you do this? You know, then he never actually put me on a pedestal of, okay, what happened? Yeah. So it's fine. I had to leave actually. Then it was a sad thing, man. After before training, when you get there, they tell you that you don't have to come back and you should stop training. You did this and that and that. Yeah. So is this day I have to move out. You know, so that time you have to call now agent, try to start about the child boy and all that. Yeah. Agent himself was angry because he had already known that I'm gonna sign, according to what the coach was telling him that time. So I had to call home. You know, I couldn't explain because agent was fighting. How could I do that? By that time, I cannot explain myself to anyone. No one will take my story. Correct. You know. I called home. explain everything. Then my mom sent me money. But then my mom was saying that get a blue. I didn't want to do that. Took a bus from Durban. I got here at 3 a.m.
Joburg.
Joburg.
Yeah.
The park station, no one I can call, no one I can go to right now. I just have to wait till the sun comes up so I can get a taxi, then get a Chiron.
Yeah.
It was that was one of my best, actually my bad experience.
Yeah.
Having to sleep in park station, at 3 o'clock, they start pulling you guys out. Come on that site, the bus long distance, out of the country thing. It was a bit uncomfortable and I was not at ease. But then I think it was my foundation stage, you know. It was my foundation stage whereby a person that took you there when you have to come back, he doesn't want anything to do about it, you know.
Yeah.
You got there, everything was fine for you, but then because of people, you know, everywhere, man, everywhere you go, you'll always have your alibis, people that are actually waiting for you to make a move so that they can rip you off.
Yeah.
It can be local, international, you just need to be careful.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes temptations will come, like, hey, come chill with us. Not knowing when it's a trap, you know, but then you feel like maybe you are being welcomed.
Yeah.
Yeah, only for you to be welcomed, that's a point where anybody battle thing.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in my movie. Even the player's name in LA, Sam, he was a left back himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you are back, and your agent, he's the one who sent you to Durban for trial.
Yeah.
Immediately they can't sign you. He doesn't care how you come back.
Yeah.
He's no longer interested in you
No
because of what he's been told without even asking you what actually
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay, now you get back, then what's next?
I got back. I think actually my stumbling started trying to get some more platinum stars. It was me, Bongani Teletsane, Tiriso Tukan, more platinum, the time Bokhobla were promote you. So we were supposed to be promoted at the same time. But then Braje, I think, against Solo, Soko, Dobsonville. Then Abarebona approached a shuffle, Bongan Teletani. Damota Novata na ingele Tiriso Tukan.
Yeah.
So I got shuffle or bought some bus because I really imagine the Bloma fail and all that.
Yeah.
So I bought a Emne, but I bought a trappers, no Bloma Fontaine. So that time I team in Olodala, Cape Town, no? I think no Santa was signed the following week.
The sign platinum stars. Yeah, Nilsoti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shavla bought him na Braja refit Monday in Rosanil contract Alice. So I won. I'm not drum to Bonica, I'm not Brajunal Day, I'm not Abona Jade, Arabot, I'm not Munda, the money and put a Nalo and so. I find Kamaj Duka Blomara fell on the Jutan. Okay, fine. Man, no. Actually, Saturday.
Yeah.
I think that Thursday, Coco Dobsonville, then Saturday. Jay Ababota or Batara. I don't even remember how we got there or what. I remember there was a Kaizer terrain, Yarisarako
Jomos office.
Go Jomos office more developmental one.
Yeah.
So upon getting there, Rafita, Bonabato, okay, fine. So we got there thinking of Tubal Braje.
Yeah.
We get there in the pedestal.
Yeah.
Cameras, newspapers.
Yeah, it's a press release.
It's a press. So I want Jomo signed these players. I was taken in Canada. Canada.
Yeah.
I got you for a.
Yeah.
So I can I never. Braja Buoraiman, a close contract alone in Guatalo sign of an Ascanijum, I think, first season I relegated.
Yeah.
So finally, Canada, we excited when we the contract. They want to try it next. We have contracted like signing, Blomako GP, so on and so on.
Yeah.
Fine. Rebuela, excitement to via.
So in this case, there was media briefing. You've been photographed and all that. And the
We don't know
platinum star sites will come.
I even next.
Yeah.
We never told anyone about us going there.
Yeah.
So I think a day went by. Yeah, a day or two went by. Timilo Jalakwa. So, what you got from Nele Marabuteng, Colin Mahopel,
Yeah.
Arabotaro, Kimo newspaper, Gamo, the Basin, go airport, Abadako, the signing. Nothing about the trial, signing.
Yeah.
About to internet contracted more platinum stars.
Yeah.
Remark ala Juang. What I know what the Kevin Johnson, how can later so in Miguel Gamoni was the, yeah.
Yeah.
So about puzzled like, hey, Juan,
Yeah.
the reblomate that, boof, but what campaign, but now Paraka go fast what Lapas on Blomatem, but what campaign, and I cannot trans. So now our mind go, coach to approach, no, this far. Down come the coach.
Yeah.
Ellen Frizida. Wari beats Bongantan Shavola Levy Mokgothu.
Yeah.
So we go out, we already know because Colin have a feature. First thing about all bodies or file story clar. Ibran Sela Chalonanta lar. Hey, don't sell a sign need them Nalebu. So it was a thing of it was discussed on the internet in flop.
But on that day, I look at Joma, last sign anything.
No,
just
we
took
never signed
pictures
anything.
and what's not.
We never signed anything.
Yeah.
The agent around is safe.
Yeah.
So we get there. We've been told, we've been called. How can you do this? Sign the contract. Juang, you know, we refuse. We actually never agreed on anything. We telling them that no, we never signed anything. There's nothing that was signed. No, we saw that actually one of the new signings got Cosmos and all that. So we're like, but then there's nothing that you saw. But then Ellen wasn't buying the story at the time. You know, it's already made into the media. Okay, how did you get there? What are we doing there at first? How can we go there without them being away? You know. Yeah. Okay, fine. We in Cosmos premises. Obviously, that's a wrong fault. We wanted to know actually what we were doing to get a contract and come back and actually find a way to terminate this side. Yeah. You know, we already given hints by Brazil. Fine. Then we were taken to disciplinary hearing. I think given suspended for a couple of days. But our suspension never stopped. Suspension never trained Cosmos.
So also train mo platinum.
We suspended.
Yeah.
So we go to Brazil Ramot.
Hey.
Raji, Makadila on suspension I fell and let's at Laronal but clearance about fine. Retreat. Fine, we go there, Rajima. Then I was called back. You know, ways were found. Then my agent called me. We go to Clubhouse.
The agent that is calling you is the one out where Deben or
no.
Oh, you're calling
yes. So I went there, Gabola Platinum, Blood Clubhouse shop. We spoke. We said they're fine. I think time went by. Shavola le Donna Basain.
Cosmos. Yeah.
So now they said they call me back. They're not signing me. Discipline hearing is over now. I'm back in the team. I'm training. They're not signing me. That was the time Hobla, Von signed, Bure, Colton Kuzia signed with the first team, you know? Yeah. So fine. Yes, Tabamatu Kalene is a left back. They signed him. Okay. I'm sitting there. I'm like, is this a punishment? Oh, fine. I told my agent that I want to leave here. Okay, then it was the whole thing. I left, I went back to Cosmos. When that time, that's when I told them I want my things, but I don't have my papers. Yeah. Like a via, Cosmos got trained, and then I stayed there. I even had a place called GP, stayed there. I stayed there for some time. I don't know what happened. Then I spoke to Brett Kafter. He called me, we had a meeting, asked me, okay, what's the problem? Why me leaving? Then he spoke. Then Brett is like, okay, come play Qualens Park. I'll talk to Platinum Sega about that in a sister team that time. I was still playing Castle, I think. Yeah. Then Gaboya fine Brett then he found a way to see, okay, how can he manage or pay me or meet me halfway in terms of me wanting money and all that. Okay, I came back because Mr. Kaftel was a father figure actually the time Salekwa or Platinum Highlands.
Yeah.
We'd talk about everything. I'd approach him about everything. Any problems I would have, I'd go to him, you know.
Yeah.
Then I got back. He asked me to get a place. I found a place. He paid for it. Then, because I started Highlands Park, Mollingsfield.
Yeah.
That time in Elisa go Castle League. We fought our way. We made it. We went to playoffs. We won the playoffs. That's when it came to Vodacom that time,
Yeah.
which is ABC Municipal League right now. The playoffs, then we played. Then I left. I don't remember where I went to, but then I went back to Platinum Stars. That's the time we went to Super Sport Cup. I came back. Then after coming back, went back to Highlands Park. You know. Then after the time, we went to the playoffs, Cape Town.
Yeah.
Highlands Park now, Vodacom, Roka, top promotion and all that.
Yes.
That was my sting of the playoffs. You know, everything just happened like in the left calling, you know.
Yeah.
The number, Jizzy number, Jizzy number, Tarona. Jizzy number, I don't know how, but according to whoever, I got number 10. You know, and number 10, but it wasn't me that was taking it.
Yeah.
You know, I was given to I don't know what happened. Selection, SAF, whatever names in but so number 10, fine. It was a great playoffs that I had. From there, I had a lot of offers and propositions and all that, you know, invitation to Supersport, invitation to Swallows, invitation to Vets to come. And the agent, which is then Ryan is gone, the agent that time was Abel Shaw.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it was a thing of maybe you know. Then that's when I went to United FC. Got to United, signed, played couple, actually 1 or 2 games I got injured.
Yeah. United FC is playing which division then?
In the local NFD.
Okay, NFD. Yeah. Was it a team from Cape Town, huh?
No, it was a team from Free State.
Free State, yes.
Free State,
Yeah,
then
Free
moved to
State.
Kimberley. Yeah. That was, I think, junior Kanyona I got there. I next time junior was there. I don't remember if Lungisan Indlela was still there. You know, there was a couple of Botembile Kanono, I think, was also there. You know, there was a couple of players.
Yeah.
You know, so got there, signed, played a couple of the games, got injured. We moved to Kimberley, got to Kimberley. Then the nightlife started with Kimberley because our next time senior players. So so Richard Makoba una beleko and yung sort of mopla taxi rank man taxi rank ke rona re dula mo fletnyana tse senang, like they were still trying to find a place, but then apparently guys stayed there till team via kwa.
Yeah.
So I gona bale I wona ga tswa ga chila in so ba batla go fana ko ya o boya blo maitsa maile ma hotman wa bona. So taba na go boya ge bye.
Yeah.
There was a point in time when I Richard then our bonacole outing we are on the late to me. So I wanna call a so you know okay back majitabale or one so about because then illegal Timmy illegal in the Jimela Cotabanjo. But not let lap house, Naga Hanana, let lap house. I'll travel from Bloom every day, drive there and back,
Yeah.
So my dad would give me a car or get training for like a boy. So it was a flop or why next out to that lap house. I wouldn't get and Gafita can go training and all that, you know.
Yeah.
Get what Tabancho home is I'd rather stay Kunklung, Koko Mamak. Or go I'm going to Tamalaka or Geek rather than that lap house. Lap house, get you to Majita, come out to my complaints about the food there and all that. So me be me because of, well, let me just say, life content was never bad, you know.
Yeah.
So I always had options, whether to or not to.
Yeah.
So traveled home, then Richard just not understanding each other there.
Yeah.
So Kimberley, same thing. Okay, fine. Then there was a point in time with a lady from going out. Then they locked us outside. Fine, we were told to go home. Fine. Ravaya to me, Ravara Transale, Kabila, back to Bloom. Back to Bloom, fine. Flagon Nakama boat. And that time I was injured, then Babare, they don't want to take me to physio. I have to go home and treat the conclude. That was Richard Markov. Then we carry, but then I'm contracted to you guys. How can you say this? Oh no, we're not gonna. And Kilimetic relegate me. I think that's Tanda Zulu, whatever they no, I got to treat her in Yakuntum with a also for the. Got home, told my mom and my dad. They didn't buy the whole story. Drove back to Kimberley.
With you?
Yeah. My mom, she's a tsunami of the family. She's a tsunami of the house.
Yeah.
You know? When I told her the story, okay, it's fine. Call my dad. My dad's like, no, man, I don't know. When mom got there and mom was just causing havoc, demanding my clearance. No. Got my clearance, went back home. Then from home, stayed there for some time. When we got back,
Yeah.
Got to Joburg, got organic the Trailing Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Trailing Chiefs, Bakata, then I was at the final, I think 20 or 18. Then that time in the AEC, I think the doctor's assistant, in the caretaker coach.
Yeah.
I think Stuart just got signed, and when I season started, I was waiting for work permit.
Yeah.
So I got Coach Chiefs. Everything was okay, you know. Coach Ace used to tell me, no boy, when I turned to Ojika, when I got close side, I went. So had hopes. When I had hopes, I did not boy. So season equal fine. I just signed with Chiefs. Okay. This is where the door closes actually.
Yeah.
Fine. I looked over there. Kaya Swaziland taken by Abel Shaw.
Yeah.
Swaziland got there. I got there Tuesday, weekend Badala Telecup, whatever I wanted. It's like MTN 8 one.
Yeah.
I got there. Tuesday I trained. Wednesday trained. Thursday signed. Saturday played. I played to go to the finals, and everything was okay. You know, I even made Swazi whatever Cup first 11.
Yeah.
I was in there. You know, just being there with the team just 3 days. I made it fine. Swaziland now again happened. You know. Okay, well, it was a bit of challenging for me being Swaziland to start off with.
Yeah.
You know, kids here, women here, family here, travels quite costly. You know, getting there, you're in a foreign place. It was it's a nice province. They're quite welcoming, I'm not gonna lie. It was just the whole setup.
Yeah.
Training. Team itself, organization, you know,
yeah.
there were times professionalism, standard of football on its own, you know.
Yeah.
There were times whereby now like on a ground so they would just put cones regime. So I started now questioning those, having problems with those things, you know. Then the fine Carmichael, chairman of Manzini Sandals, then when I built a village, then we went there, moved to the village, you know, started playing there. But then now, I'm starting to have certain challenges about level of professionalism. Like sometimes we train late, sometimes we don't train, sometimes we train at the limb, sometimes we train early for some players. Because some players in Swaziland, for you to get a team, you have to play. It's like military team, police, correctional service, you know, or whatever. How the like also on team and the company and those kind of things. So sometimes training wise, it fluctuate. So fine, I managed to calm myself and be a bigger person, you know. But in that time, salary was about 7,000, and they would say highest paid 7,000.
Highest paid 7,000 in Swaziland.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, so I wanted to get enough, you know.
Yeah.
So we're highest paid, maybe like 7, 8. I think no, and one of the highest over the South Africa, 7K. There's a man I got go platinum stars, go Hallis Park, go 7K. All right. Sometimes rebel loses the mesa patal shall take an eye 4,000 or what can I short? Okay. So we start calculate. December when I have to go home. I was told we're gonna give you half of the salary, the rest you're gonna get when you come back. Half. Where have you seen that? How am I gonna get when I come back? Are you gonna send it to me before I get this side? Or I'm gonna have to make means to get to Swaziland and you're gonna give it to me then? You know? Like, no, you're only gonna get it when you come back. Okay. It's November that time.
Yeah.
I'm okay, cool. How much am I gonna get? They're like 2 point something. I mean, what happened to the 7,000 I was supposed to be getting, you know?
Yeah.
So when did the whole salary cut happen? Fine. Then that time, before I got signed, there was a whole commotion about my clearance. And Brett Kaftel, went to talk to him. He's like, no, if you're willing to leave Levy, go, you see yourself getting a better place, whatever. He's like, no, you can go. Abel Showing gets that side, they say, he tells the people that actually the team wants 80,000. So 80,000, fine. I get back. Every time I'd get to South Africa, I'd always see my boss, you know. I'd go to Mr. Kaftel, hey, what, I hope you got your money. Like, no, what money? I never wanted money for you. 80,000. All right. To me, I thought maybe someone's supposed to come to me, you know, agent at then the rest comes, some comes to me, you know.
Yeah.
I got a sign-on fee at 20,000 that side. No, 15.
Go Swaziland.
Swaziland. It was 15,000, if I remember correctly. Then came the side, took my woman out, did some shopping, went back, and you know. So December comes. Once they told me that I'm gonna get half salary and the rest I'll get when I come back. I'm okay, fine. I left and I never came back.
And where's your clearance then? Who's
that side?
It's in Swaziland.
It's in Swaziland.
Yeah.
I never came back.
Yeah.
I went home. Okay, in the beginning I feel his game. I feel his game to keep 50 fine. Left, went home. Team Chief Gobo at that time.
Yeah.
No, I became via. But I get like to get team more feel his game. Go to la force. Go ne jump at la te.
Yeah.
Balata le. Then Baba begin to take much dabada. Ba force le balata. Ba nkuzo santre la ka 3. Ba re dlala ka 1 ke tla boe. Must understand first dlala ka 9.
Yeah.
Ba nkuzo ba re ke dlala ka 1 ke tla boe.
Yeah.
Ja force lo dlala. Force le dlala re penalty. I can now say sharp lo ke jikela ke ya se ke bloma le majid. Ga bloma. Antse re blomela go fitle motho amba ka ba Backville. Nel team yana a friend of mine Mr. Ntumba. So ba fitle ba re na le game ba nkutso le bona.
Yeah.
Ntantse ke tsoga ka osane re vai go dlala ke o dlala da semi final ko Foslo.
Yeah.
Then Kaizer go Backville. Ya start a tournament.
And ba le ba ko Phillies game ba o salo ba tloela ba ya.
Sala ke ba tlogela ba nroga and ba fitla finally.
Yeah.
Fine, ba sa tlhawana ba ntaba fitle finally.
Yeah.
First semi finale. So ke botsa tse ke re no. Ke tla va lona sharp wa santsa Debe.
Yeah.
Mara re ke tla le semi finale ka osane net wa bona ba nna tlile kwa majita ba bilang mampeli and we tlo nga cash. Mr. Ntumba is a businessman, he runs his own company, you know. Accounting company.
Yeah.
So ila mo tsaba ga Levi so. He used to call me Baser. Baser. And what seemed to be the problem? I will not leave you. I'm like, Mr. Ntumba, Sahamba Vele, Benz me by Majita Bangman, Utingale, semi final of Sasa, then
Kaizer. Yeah.
Because Lamandi wasn't Patala then.
Yeah.
Okay, how much is it going to give you? I'm like, I don't know, but they say it's going to pay me. Like, hey, Baser, hey man, go pack your stuff. The transport is leaving. So go pack your stuff and go. Fine, I pack my stuff. Upon me packing my stuff, the transport is leaving. It's in Carlton Center.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, should I go? Shouldn't I? I'm like, no man, they're only going to play the first game 2 days after that. No, let me stay. I'll see them. I'll rather see how I get there. You know? So this guy's at first, I'm telling them that I'm going to play. They're like, no, play semi-final and get us to the finals. We'll drop you there. We'll take you to Durban. Bicycle and Minyana. I'm like, okay, this one's, I'm like, fine. I stay. Those ones when they call, I'm not picking up anymore. Don, Swiso Tugan, left. Come Dosha, don't really two, nearly scheme the door.
Yeah.
Come Dosha, oh, I'm not into something. Come Dodge. But via Tia Shapa go. Go Caltins, but I'm full of in Swap.
Yeah.
Katlala semi-final.
Yeah.
Of course. But guy Kashaka boy. So now, Gaboya, Mr. Ntumba hasn't left and not valid tank. I'm phone. Abasa, why are you doing this? I asked you, I'm like, no, Mr. Ntumba. He's like, no, man, boy, don't do that to me. Where are you? I'm like, I'm where I stay. He's like, okay, I'm going to send someone to come get you there. You'll drive with my brother to Durban.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's not transport is left, right. I'm like, okay, no, it's fine, Mr. Ntumba. I'll just tell you I am. He's like, okay, fine. In no time, someone will fetch you. You're going to leave it. Okay, fine. Change and take my stuff. Go on. Kada final force.
Yeah.
Get Durban.
Yeah.
They knew already where there's a chance that I might have left.
Yeah.
For Big V. I left, fine. Stayed there, played a tournament, got there till the semis. Then, because the guys were coming to Joburg, I was going to Bloom. So alternatives that to be made of how am I going to go to Bloom and all that, separating. Fine, I got home. I think teams were open about 3 to 4. Got home, stayed there. Then from there, came back to Joburg. Upon getting here, Chief Gobos. Aban Peter Reloshavella tournament there. Yeah, in it's like a Vets 14 tournament. It was solo super sport Vets. I forgot which one was the 4th team. Yeah. But I don't know Vets. I think nearly the preseason games whatever. I don't know a tournament there. Get Valley Chief. If like that, then there was a chief I killed that. So we see the chief in the busy. I want to work. Chiefman to my Batwa, the Piece, but also the Piece and Nagituti, and Pieces like Batwa. I don't know, Levi, whatever, you don't chief him to Luguarano, and the Jugo, but try Spencer's class. When I'll be the Mochis born to Rapella, about Rapella to get the Mogitimu. Yeah. About Babu Field. When I go, I go, but I live with about my men. Yeah. Okay, Chiefman, I out Babolo man. So I'm going there, I'm fine. So chief made means. Agatora Unabuale Gaveni Le Zekamak. So when Babu to them, very fatally chief, then Gavin Antaba, Chief Babu, I want. And about Norman, coach. Our Oban and Penny, I come and kill back home night in Ankatara check. I want. Gavin Abu keep a ring into Karafi Tuesday in Rota check. I want. I already been to Super Sport Good training.
Who was the coach at the time?
It was still Gavin.
Gavin, okay.
He never signed me.
But does he still recognize you?
I don't think he does.
Yeah.
Because of Lori Ketala body structure, I'm too tiny. Can I go again? Evantual Mashamait and all that. Yeah. So fine, that already got me mad. The coach my body structure or I'm too tiny to be a defender. What? Yeah. What do you need to be a defender or what do you need to be a player? Yeah. Brains or the body? Physique, yeah. You know? Yeah. Fine. Left. On our way out of Kamagate Move, Zeka Max. The chief footballer. Zeka agreed or no athlete. And Tuesday, I think we have a friend on Tuesday. So I art. Fine. So that time Mobremli. I'm thinking distance between Topsy, Lepitori. Driving qua Lokotlamo, No. Plus Gavin
Oh, at that time, Gavin, I saw the coach here vets and then coach just
until coach super sport.
Oh yes, oh yes.
So I'm thinking to myself, distance between. Plus Gavin some body structure.
Yeah.
Oh well, let it be. You know? Even before then, or chief relational tournament, Nikila got tax for the trial. Who's a Stellenbosch coach now?
Back.
It's a coach there.
Yeah.
Kaizer fine. I wasn't signed. Sharp. That's when Kitlo started Jimmy chief. So it happened that from after that best tournament, what necessarily during preparation, in the prison that time. So chief made means chief Abampoto. I was waiting like closely given. So era pele solo se re tla bona ka morago wa bona a plus ke ba gala bela go ka zo sign lo sign ai ke re chivas ai ke tla bona ma ke tla ya super sport ge a ke ga tsebo se super sport ke re fine. So Tuesday came. So I'm stuck between this. I'm like normal. Let me go there because I did ask him about like I want to know Dobsonville. Stadium. I go to not Dobsonville, but Jamestown Stadium.
Jamestown Stadium, yeah.
I go to
used to train there.
Yeah, I go to Jamestown. I asked around, okay, is Solo City Melaka? They showed me fine. I got there. I drove. I got there. My usual time to try to go Marisbeck. It's not about Amazulu, Golden Arrows. You know, it's I've been.
You've been trying,
I've been there, bruh. Platinum Stars, the team that developed me. I went to try. They never signed me. We always had some bad vibes. I'm not gonna lie with Coach Ellen Fries.
Yeah.
You know, somehow wherever he's coaching, I was never signed. Wherever he go, a coach a trial, I was never signed. You know.
So yapa is a this or coach so bad
and it's a how do I say? It's a dilemma that's so unnecessary.
Yeah.
It happens. It's still happening now. You know, I don't understand how do you personalize something that you as a coach, for you to be a coach, for you to be a good coach, is through a player. You know, me as a player, for the team to exist, it's through a player. For whatever team, for it to be called whatever team, players should be there.
Yes,
so
players.
amongst all, who's important? Players. That's what they do overseas. They put their life, they dedicate whatever they do on footballers. You know, as a player, you are an icon overseas. As a player, you are everything. You get to be given first preferences on everything.
Yeah.
You know, Nikki, South America, for trial. I had a spell of a couple of weeks later. You know, they're still developing in South America and Caribbean island. But then understand their style of football, they already adapted to the European side. As a player, their first preference, eating, players first, this, players first. You as a player, you've been honored. Because of everything to be there, you know, for a team to be called Platinum Stars, you know, it's a team because of players. You know, yeah, you can be a boss, you can have all the financial background, or you know, you can be financially stable, you know, but then for you for your team to blossom and be a team, who do you need? Players.
Players, yeah.
You know, if players boycott and they say they're not training, where's the team? No way. You know, Celtics had a few of those spells several times, you know, whereby players are not paid. But then, without players, there's no team.
There's no team, yeah.
Bosses should acknowledge players, you know. Players should acknowledge the badge. You're representing the badge, you know. But then, without the badge, there's no you.
Yeah.
Without you, there's no team. Understand? The badge can still be there. But then, without players in the team, there's no one. No, you as a boss, can you play? You as a coach, can you play? No. Coaches come and go more than players. But then sometimes coaches come in, they wanna, how do I say, stabilize that position by now. There are coaches that have favorite players. There are coaches that have favoritism. There are coaches that have relationships with agents. Those players' agents should play. You know, there are coaches that would come and they've got a certain personal vendetta because of whatever the player. Then you don't want to play. Then that time you just renew your contract. You know, you still gonna be a member of the team. You know, they get their personalized things. You know, they are coaches that if you during the game, you'd get you get physical with this favorite player.
Yeah.
Already, he has a problem with you. You know,
yeah.
there are coaches that actually, to them, is like instead of them getting there and build a player, they get there and they want to destroy to bring in their own players. There are coaches whereby when you signed and they're not the one that signed you, they won't have a problem of you playing.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
So because there's teams whereby they sign players for coaches. Coach has to use what is being given. You understand?
Yeah.
So things like this, man, they kill a lot of players. They destroy a lot of players.
Yeah.
There are coaches whereby they coach a player elsewhere, then the player is here, then they had a good relationship there, then he brings them on board.
Yeah.
There are coaches that coach national team, they get a job at the club level, they get there, they want to bring the same mentality about national team on a club level. It doesn't work. You know, you want to bring the player because he played for you in the national team, you want to use him at the club level, but you're not giving a fair chance to players. You know,
Yeah.
that doesn't work. Football actually, it's an ability. It's what you can do and what you can deliver. It's not about where you played, who you played for, or under what coach, or you come from. No,
Doesn't work like that.
it doesn't work like that.
So do you still remember your first fail off maybe with Alan Fries as a coach?
Alan Fried's first fail was the time still at Platinum Stars. That time, I think everything happened. Actually, it happened the first goal after our Bay Hill tournament. Then there was teams that wanted me, still a young boy, development stage once. Then I was tied up to a contract that happened quick after a Bay Hill tournament. There's a apprentice contract that you have to sign with the team and all that, you know. The first stall happened when my dad and my uncle came over to sign a contract for me. So his first approach on his own, me being as young as I was, I didn't like it. Even my dad, after he left, he didn't like it. He came with the contract. He's like, no, here's a contract that signed there in the boys playing with the team. Then he went outside to smoke. So my dad never wanted to sign that. You know, he said this like, I'm not gonna sign this. What level of professionalism is this? We signed a contract basically in my room. You know, or there was a clubhouse on top. We could have just taken my parents there and just had a proper conversation, acknowledge the fact that okay, this boy is good. We want to give him a contract, and so on and so on. You know, be broad about it.
Yeah.
You know? Don't just come in there and think you are Levi already. You already played. You know, yeah, you are a head of development, but then respect the elders. Exactly. This is my dad. This is my uncles, not me.
Yeah.
You know, you might find they're on the same age with you, but then it's not as if like they come here because of their disrespect.
Yeah.
You know, it's a philosophy that footballers come from a bad background.
Yeah.
Every footballer, wherever they're coming from, they were struggling and whatever. You play in football, so
You'll
that's
take
why.
anything.
Yeah, that's why you see how they value players. You know, it's bad because they take your family background and they want to now use it against you when certain things happen. But then it's never that. It's not that. You know, we don't all come from disadvantage background and all that.
Yeah.
There's parents whereby they know their kids' worth, and there's parents whereby they don't want to stand for certain things, whatever what happens. You know.
Yeah.
There are parents whereby they're not fussed by money. You know, they never failed to look after their kids. They never brought their kids into this world only for them to fail them.
Yeah.
You know, they actually bind themselves that there's my child, no matter what, I'll have my child's back. You know, but then you get to a place, you treat it like you don't have parents, or maybe your parents, they have less of knowledge about reading your contract, or your parents have less of knowledge about all they want to see just for you to play soccer. Gone are those days.
Yeah.
You know, whereby when you play soccer, you everything, even your hood and all that. Gone are those days. Even now it's getting bad. You know, it's getting bad. It's worsening every now and then. You get to sign. You get to play. You're not even recognized. We get to chill with you. We don't even take you there. You know. That was my first spell with Ellen Fries, and trust me, it never was fixed anyway.
Never got better.
Never got better. You know, there was things such as having to go get promoted. You know, for us to actually leave that time was a thing of, we had a thing of certain players getting to be signed for first team. Now, come on, you look at this player, you've got Bongan Teletan, you've got Triso Tukani, then now Levy Mokgothu is there, but we're not getting signed, but they're getting first preference because of what? Skin color.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, there are those good ones and all that, but then now we see that there's more of a relation of being close to those boys more than us.
Yeah.
You know, they close, he talks with them, they talk with their parents. You know, their parents come there, the coach actually, even he shivers when he speaks to them. Our parents, when they come there, even when they greet, he just goes, sure, don't do that. My parent, after all. Give them the same attitude, I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Doctor.
Yeah.
Kumar played at Bloom, playing against Bloom Celtics and all that. So upon us leaving, my mom was here and my dad. They were, I wanted to greet them, you know. Then it's like, no, how am I relate? You understand? I'm like, these are my parents. You know, if trust and believe, me and Doc, we never had a good relationship.
You and Dr. Kumar?
No. We used to fight about cars I drive. You know, you buy a new car. There was a point in time where I would buy a car and just park it down there. It wasn't only me, even some players, some senior players. Mandla Masango bought A45. You know, he wouldn't come back with it up until he cheated. La panja abantu bekumele bahambe ngemoto ezinhle lapha abo park abo Tepo abo Simpiwe athi na next that's when I'm in SRT. Then when I bought my AMG, I started parking it there. They got away. Then you call me, why do you park your car there? I'm like, nah, coach, no. Park your car, you bought a new car. You know? So it was just the whole thing. It was a thing of coaches that are close to players more than they're close to their job. You know, they're more concerned about the players' lives more than they're concerned about their jobs. You know? I left fine. I left. That's the time. Okay, taking things back. That's when I went to Swallows.
Yeah, I want us to get back to, because I thought achieving. Now you were deciding whether go Swallows or Super Sport. You opt to go to Jameson Stadium.
Yeah.
When you got there,
there was a friendly game against Mozambique team or Angolan team.
Yeah.
They were also here for pre-season. Fine. I get there. Coach before I kid. Coach. Coach. There's my name. Levy Mokgothu. We met because Chief Gobo spoke to you in the museum must come today. Oh, what position? No, left back. Okay, no. Jeff give him training kid there, whatever. Fine. Get in there, chill. Canada, come on, change room, change. Now I'm sitting amongst the best, you know. I'm in the same changing room with your Mac, you know, your Bele, you know, Lefa, Terminator, you know, your Beni, your Chabangus, you know.
Was Dugude.
Dugu Makanya, he was there also.
Yeah.
There were a lot of players there. Like it was a team.
Was solid.
It was a team of stats. Every player there had something to say. You know. Fine, I get in there. You get some foreign ones that were there also. I get in there. I change. Fine. Coach comes. He makes his first selection. Find those. Bokat Khomashiro was still there. You know. He makes his first selection of that I'm gonna play. I'm sitting outside, fine. Then we're gonna play the second game. Now warm up, we play. I was already motivated by getting inside that changing room. The welcoming about those people, you know, they you can see these people are people that have been in the game.
Yeah.
They welcome you, they make you feel comfortable, they greet you, what, fine. We played the second game. Upon playing the second game, after playing the second game, we played the second game, then the game got finished. Then there was a third game to be played. So the third game now, the coach is putting me with his first team. You know?
Did you play the second game?
I played the first game played, his first team that's playing.
Yeah.
I played the second game.
Yeah.
It got finished. Then there was a third game.
Yeah.
Third half, actually.
Yeah.
Then he puts me with this,
Starting 11.
yeah, with his starting 11, you know. So as you go there, I see they're calling the names, and so my name is there. My name was called, but then I heard my name being called, but then I didn't believe I'm being called, you know, because I already saw who's already been lined up.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I don't know who was next to me. Like, hey, okay, they're calling you there. Then I got up, I went there. So I'm starting to believe and see myself within the Swallows rankings during the warm-up. Where am I warming up with, you know? It's a motivation on its own. So fine, we played. My game was okay, man. I just told myself I'm just gonna be me. You know, go up and down and within first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they first started noticing and Makanya that okay, this boy likes running. Even you know. Then they started saying to Bele must come inside to give me a role. Let the boy. It was Mabalan. I was playing Mabalan. It's like no. So now it's me and Benny Mabalan. We fast channel, you know.
Yeah.
We like running, both of us. So he started telling me, okay, you're playing with the right. So what you need to do now is start cutting in. Give this boy a platform. And I exposed my space. You know, I played quite well. After the game, I was traveling back home. Okay, no, the game finished. Okay, fine, we left. Then I was told, coach called me and said, he's like, hey, tomorrow come back, whatever time, for training. Because I was sitting there waiting to hear what's going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there with the guys. They're busy talking there. Then Mashora came to me, you know, and they started saying, hey, you're a good player, boy. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing, you know? Now I'm starting to be shaken a bit.
Yeah.
So as I'm sitting there, the coach calls me. Levi calls me inside. Like, no, tomorrow we're training so and so time. So please be on time. Don't be late. I'm like, okay, coach. He's like, yeah, come tomorrow for training again. All right. I leave. So in the car, it's excitement, you know. It's excitement. I'm blown over the place, you know.
Yeah.
My first day, and there's the result. Come back tomorrow. Thursday we play another friendly game. Just even that Thursday friendly game, I was from the get-go. I got the first 11 you know, in the first 11. Okay, Levi, focus now, boy. You one step in.
Yeah, you closer.
And like these guys, man, there were Swallows that time had the most welcoming team.
Yeah.
Like those people, there was no pride.
No egos,
and
no attitude.
No egos, no attitude, nothing. They would make jokes about players. I would laugh along and I would never be questioned, you know?
Yeah.
Thursday, fine, I get there. Now, I started now feeling a bit somehow when I started doing travels with Levy. I stayed in Q. I was staying in Brimley, just down the road from him. I would walk up every time to go to training with him. So now, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to travel with the captain.
Yeah.
You know? So and every day, Levy would motivate me. Every day. Relax, boy. Because he's from Lady Brand. I once stayed in Lady Brand, you know.
Yeah.
I was born in Tabancho, Lady Brand, to Bloom.
Yeah.
So he started asking me where I'm from and all that. Then we started talking. Then he asked me, you know, say name. He asked me about my uncle who was a teacher, the school, Lady Brand, Mokgothu and all that. So we started talking because Major and I is from Lady Brand. So we got close to Major because he went from Lady Brand to Bloom. We went together at Highlands. Then we got close because we're from that side. Yeah. So he started speaking with Levy fine. Every day he would give me motivation, you know. Yeah. And Thursday, fine, another friendly game. Another friendly game happened. And I played well. Then finally left. On our way back home, Levy receives a call in the car.
On that Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can hear it's a topic about me. Oh, he's here with me or what? So I'm starting to think. Are they telling him no? He must just tell me to come back. What?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. When Levy said, no, if it's the clearance issues and all that, it's fine. I can speak to Leon, whatever. Then I'll drive with him. We will go to Swaziland and get the clearance. I'm like, you know, that was my elite. That was my elite whereby I'm like, okay, Levi, things are going in for you, boy. I got home. I was all teary, excited. Before I even signed a contract, before they spoke to me.
Yeah.
But what the captain said.
Yeah.
You know. Fine. Then after he hung up the call, he started speaking to me like, man, what's the issue with your clearance? Yeah, I spoke to him. What? He said, but then I spoke to Carmichael. Carmichael said he doesn't mind releasing my clearance whenever, but then at least the 80,000 that he paid for me, because I never finished my season there, if it pays back. He's like, only 80,000, that's what they want. I'm like, I spoke to the chairman, it's fine. Laduma came in, made it into the newspaper that Sol is about to sign Levi Mokgothu. Abel Shongwe comes from Norway.
I'm your agent.
I'm your agent. Understand that time I took myself, used my own fuel.
Yeah, you've been going up and down
by
trying
myself.
to get a team.
You understand? Levy was someone that was like my agent because he was fighting more for me. Actually, most of the senior players, you know, they would say, coach, no, sign this boy. You know. Then when there's clearance issues, Levy always say that. But then what's the issue about just communicate with those people, get the clearance, or hear what they say or what they want and all that. Then the time he said I can even go with you, he even asked me like how far is Swaziland. I'm like, things are coming in okay. So here is me. Communication is already happening with Manzini Sundowns between the team. Yeah. Newspaper already wrote the promising left backing is looking to sign what Moswalos and all that. Yeah. We training. After training, when I turn back, I see Abel show. Then that's when I knew. You know? So, understand, Zeka Mark, the person that spoke to him was a chief. Zeka Marks have been coming there by myself. And I never said anything about being represented by anyone. I get there, Zeka, I see Mr. Abel speaking to Zeka. So Mr. Zeka Marks like, he called me on the side like, Levi, you have an agent? I'm like, no. Okay, Mr. Abel Shongo say he comes here, says he's your agent and you don't want to be signed here without his acknowledgement. Tears came down to my eyes, you know. I'm like, how is a human being? You know, how do I come here by myself, strive and try by all means to get myself here? Because the last time me and him, Abel Shongwe spoke, was the time I was in Swaziland and when I left and him be mad that I'm not going back. You know? So he gets here, he's like, you know, he's going to be signed because we have a contract with him till I'm being acknowledged. Until I'm part of the negotiations. I got mad, you know. I got mad. I'm like, isn't it a human being that's a representative supposed to be happy for my success, not to hold it? Yes. You know. So if the team decides they don't want to engage in a contract negotiations with him, so I'm sabotaged. You know. But in that time, I think the gods were on my side, you know. Whatever he tried to, even Levy said, is this guy agent? I'm like, no, he was my agent, but then signed a contract with us a long time ago. He's not representing, but he's like, what does he want? You know, he's like, Levy is like, why do black people always want to see black people actually falling down? Why yeah. You are young, you just made it to a good team, you're a good player. He's been taking you wherever you are also signed, but then you're here, you're looking to be signed. Actually, you once said he wants you, because what Zeka Mark said to him. You know, so he gets here then this, and this might cause a confusion. You know what? So I go deal with your things later. So when he said that, it hit home like, and this is possible to happen, you know. Fine. Zeka fought for me. Swallowed fought for me. They met his terms because he was close with Carmichael from Swaziland. Then he wanted to engage and started communicating with Carmichael, not to release the clearance before. He wanted to be the middleman.
Yeah.
For him to be given funds to pay and bring the clearance back. Solos actually came on board. They did pay. Contract was released. I was signed. But then upon me being signed there, I was represented by I forgot the agent's name.
Yeah. But after Abel got your clearance and then he got out of the picture.
I made sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got out of the picture.
And then now there's a new agent negotiating your deal at Swallow.
It's a new agent actually that's negotiating my deal.
Yeah.
Which is upon him coming on board, I met him. Actually, I said to Lefa, who's managing him, because these things, since the PSL thing, they would need someone that's. He's like, don't you ever? I'm like, I don't have a representative, Then he recommended someone. The guy came. Then the guy, he came on board already. Okay, well, I think you already know. But then he came on board. But then he played a part, He played a part of now my travels to training, and then he never knew that I'm traveling with Lef every day. I make sure that I travel to training if I need money and all that. Sometimes you come to training and drop me back, Fine, it was a thing of maybe he already knew the situation and it's fine. He played his part. Played for Solos, made my debut game against a team that I went to trial at. When I was only, before I signed the Solos, before I even went to Swaziland, I went to trial at Chiefs. My debut game is against Chiefs.
Yeah.
FNB Stadium.
Yeah, the team that told you will sign you, but after Tsepo Masela signed, they never called
Forgot about me.
Yeah.
So I understand my motivation
Yes.
at that time. When the team selection was being made, I never thought I was going to play. I thought Shara was going to start. Team selection was being made Thursday before the last training session. So I would see I'm playing this side. But then I was still stumbled like this. I've always heard Antigil Platinum, Superstars. Okay, but teams are about Pirates, about Chiefs, Sibo Sandals. What I experience what.
Yeah.
So here is me, a young boy, debut game, got no experience in the PSL, playing FNB.
It's FNB. It's so to die.
So I was gonna say my debut game nearly so to die. Yeah, so to die actually.
Yeah.
Friday, it was only when things started to sink in. Started calling my mom, pray with me, And to herself, she just didn't understand. Like, okay, miracles are happening. You want to tell me at camp, and I'm like, that's the way I saw things. But I didn't even know. Last session, it was first level. Next time, I feel like an idea.
But hang out the beeps.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The team that I'm put in with, I'm like, but to my mind, I'm not thinking. Because go development wise go Highlands Park.
Yeah.
I feel like other day, but fine. We get in room meeting in the bar. My mind is all over the place. First pre-match meal, fine. Can't eat that much. I have goosebumps, Changing room. First time I saw my name on the jersey.
Yeah.
Number 22, Mokgothu.
Well, the thing I've been going up and down for is here now. For years.
My jersey is here.
Yeah.
Next door is Lerato Chabangu, the legend. Fuck. I get there, I sit down. Now I'm trying to adjust. Changing. We go to warm up. Okay, there's 13-11. It's going to be called. We can't change. 13-11 is going to be called. My name is there. Now the heart, the blood flow, everything is just, it's like you my boy, you play against Chiefs FNB.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
My hair, because of I was already confident, you know. I had long hair, so my hair was already like even the family joke is like, hey, when what la kamriro wadala nyo sofela o itlala ntwa fele ikelang kwa o tlo gopola ka moriri o e o lwa moriri wa na jisa team e mo ke bang khomela moriri because of no ahead of us ka ofela moriri yo mo kana ka hi o tlo dlala game. I knew that my family is traveling from Bloem to watch my first game. So we warming up FNB. Like I always had that when I was watching the games. Now the closest stadium that I ever felt the vibe was go Vodacom Stadium. Chiefs was playing against Celtics.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there. Oh, go Ramaboot. I was sitting there. I'm like, one day I'll be in this stadium and these people will be actually shouting my name. I used to make a joke when I was still a development player playing. I'd always make comments. Remember my name. One day you'll be screaming it, and not only you, the whole family will.
Yeah.
You know. So I get to FNB. Shock of my life. Stage fright. But then I'm bold. You know. For some reason I was confident. You know. Because of the welcoming of the people that are playing at Swallows that season.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Each and every player that time made me. Coach himself. They made Levy Mokgothu. They gave me what I had, the confidence that I had, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone, you know, felt like they have something to say since it's my debut game. And mind you, there were big players. You know, there were big players, senior players.
Yeah.
You know, that represented Bafana, that played top level abroad and all that, you know. They would come to me, hold my hand, tap my shoulder. Boy, it's your time. Same player, he breathes the same blood with you. He will look the same, breathe the same air. So why not? You can do best. It's your chance. So, and Papi Luveng was like, you understand? You were chosen ahead of Shagalo Khotan that plays for Sundowns and all that. That shows you are a star. That shows the coach believes in you. We believe in you. You know? So in the tunnel, okay, my friend was Majoro. He came to greet me, you know. So we're in a tunnel, everything is here. All the black and gold is here. You know. Theater of Dreams is right next to me. Your World Cup scorers, Shaba, they there, you know.
Yeah.
It's a stage fright. There's no way that you're gonna make your debut game and go play against Manchester United. You know, I think every player that faces that situation has a story to tell.
Yeah.
Here's me, here's a team, here's a player that they never signed me for. Fine. It's from abroad. Yeah, fine. I got in there, all that I asked God was that, let's just see.
Who's the best?
Who's the best?
Yeah.
If they were meant to sign me, there's the day they'll regret. If they're not meant to sign me, there's the day they'll say, he's still to grow, this boy.
I'm not.
You know?
Yeah.
And I only asked a few things from the scenario Macbeth, Battle of Midfield, what is it they expect from me? And they told me, play your game. Don't change anything that you do. Fine. Played again. I had a great game. Had a great game that time. Man of the match was between me, Shabangu, and Ito. I think we drew against Chiefs. That was a time, even when Baba Mteto, I think, discovered a name for me. That was a time when now Mzansi started seeing me on that game.
Yeah.
That game I played, that was the time Shaba was substituted for the first time. That was the time Knowledge Muswana was substituted. You know, because I was on top of my game.
You had them.
And I knew that after the game, and one of the matches there, and I left. So now everything, you know, when you feel like, now I'm here. You know, now boy, you know, shift the gear from wherever you are, go straight to the top gear. I'm driving back with my parents.
After the game.
After the game.
Yeah.
Fine, after the whole thing, congratulations, you had a great game. You know, like I was honored of the team's honesty. You know, they never hidden it. The coach did say that I knew between you and Lerato Chabang, one was gonna get man of the match. You know, so fine, we leave. Upon leaving, Majoro called me. Okay, first I got to the garage, I stopped there buying something. Then now I'm recognized. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, boy, hey, let's hide, man. Hey, we just watched a game. Even they said a name that Baba Mcheta called me with, you know, but then I don't remember it. Fine, Kenagamole. So upon me leaving, I feel like, Levi, you had a great game. We drove, we by the robot. It's at night. Our game was a night game. We by the robot. Then there's a car this side. You know, I'm driving that time, driving my dad's car. There's a car this side on the robot. So this guy keeps on hooting. I'm like, I open the window a little bit. Like, hey, Levy, you know, at night. And boom, Levy's name.
Yeah.
You know,
same night after the first game.
Understanding that most people don't know that my name is Tulofelo Levi.
Yeah.
I'm Tulofelo Levy Mokgothu. So now Tulofelo, I don't know, Tulofelo is there. He stayed in Bloom, you know.
Yeah.
That's the name that I actually carried with. Great game at all, you know.
Yeah.
So by that time I'm already where I'm going, but then I'm thinking FNB is there, I'm already in Bramley. You understand? So these people were watching a game somewhere, what. So before I got home, Majoro calls me. Congratulates me, boy, you had a great game in even second half. He told me that the second half changing room talk. You know how they were on Shaba's case about you failing. This boy just made into you can't even go past him even a single time. All that you do is just to chase him, you know. And even the guys that wanted to go betting, I'll change you a Shaba, but all of them were just like, cause Shaba can want a Stuart, you know. All of them, they were just shocked and all that Shaba World Cup player and all that, you know, knowledge and so on. You get what I'm saying? So he told me that. So I for a moment I got into Chief's changing room when he was telling me that. Then I got out. Then he was just congratulating me that I must keep it up, I must don't lose focus and
yeah,
you know. So from that day on, rumor had it that actually Chiefs started tracking me from the first match. Because season went up, I got man of the match for every cup game in the league. Man of the match for for most games in the league. We were actually, there was a thing between me and Chabangu because we were friends. We used to say that if I don't get man of the match this time, going out at all.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew Chabangu when it came to Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns. We give him man of the match before you even go play.
Yeah.
You know, I gelled in at Swallows. I gelled in very well. You know, even Zeka Marks would say that I was the joker of the team. You know, I would make jokes about everyone would say it. You know, I would talk my way to here to free stage, just talking, making jokes. It was a bubbly team, you know.
Yeah.
I would make jokes about senior players. They would never have a problem. You know, there was no grudges, just jokes. You know.
Yeah.
Because one joke that just got me into trouble was about Bele. So Lefa told me, Lefa and Papi Luvengo, they told me a joke about, it was Luvengo.
Yeah.
He was sitting one time in Midrand by his place. He's like, there was a time where Bele was sitting over the national team players, Matthew Booth, who have Mark van Herden and what. So like they were having a braai. So upon them having a braai, Bele was busy braaiing the meat.
Yeah.
You know? So the phone rang. So upon his phone ringing, he's moving away and to answer the phone, you know? So as he turns, he can see the meat is burning. So he's asking, I don't know whether it was Booth or Larry Cohen.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Larry, answer the meat. You also say pendulinyam.
Yeah.
Answer the meat. So me taking that, I forgot myself.
Yeah.
I'm in the bus with Chabli.
Yeah.
I repeat the same joke of answering the meat.
Yeah.
I don't know who said what to me. I'm like, man, that's simple, man. How can there's no need of me wanting to put English into my head. I will just answer the meat.
Yeah.
So I forgot myself. I immediately realized that girl is here.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna be like, not so when I'm fun. Not so So everyone in the team, they were just laughing. They just actually coming, but I don't find what I belly in. Then I started making jokes about football players that the kids are going to private schools, and the kids are coming to the grounds there, and they're busy talking English. How do you work in the house?
Yeah.
Because Levy was actually the one that used to make jokes about players. So I'm every time with Levy, and Papi. So jokes being made out. Listen. So to me, I would adapt, about English, and they were making jokes about Chabangu's child that he knows English so much. How does he help with English?
Yeah.
Then Chabang is like, no, I have so much money, man. I hire a tutor just to help my child. It's like simple things. Parents meeting.
Yeah.
Some of us we can sit,
Yeah.
and raise a hand up and have a comment,
Yeah.
I'm like, some of you fathers, it was seriously, Swallows was a home, man.
Yeah.
I think if I had made my entry into the PSL with any other team, I wouldn't have been Levi.
Yeah.
That team just was there. And mid-season into the whole thing, when the window opened, there was rumors of Sundowns wanting me and Chiefs, But then, and I had heart-to-heart talk with Levi, telling me that, no, you're still new in the PSL. Don't look to move anywhere. You're still here. You're still okay. You're playing week in, week out, Because there was a point in time, even when I was still playing, I had groin injury. So I wasn't training the whole week. We were playing against Arrows. So upon me not training, then Wednesday, Lefa spoke to me. Like, how are you feeling? I'm like, Ash, I don't think I'll make it weekend because I've not been training. I feel pain when I run. I've tried, Lefa's like, do me a favor. I think it was an important game. We were competing to be certain position in the league, It's like, do me a favor. Play this game. Do whatever you can to play this game. Then you can take the rest of the season off. If the injury will be will be worse. But don't do operation. I'm like, I skipper. I'll try, but then I'm not promising. Like, no, go home today. I said. Like, you'd even bring me painkillers. And some bluish eyes. To just, because I wasn't staying far from him. Then there was a time where he gave me pair of boots because they're sponsored by Puma. And then and there, I was really much honored. He was a brother to me.
Yeah, he valued you a lot.
A lot. Even now, we still talk with Lefa. Even now, even the kids love me like we were like family.
Yeah.
My kids knows he came to my house when I had. Actually, my daughter was turning 1, so so they came there with the family, like, So that game, the next day, Zaka even called me. Like, Levi, how you feel? I'm like, coach, not well. It's like, can you at least try? Do you think you'll be able to play tomorrow's game? My coach, I'm not sure. But then I'll try. It's like, you don't have to overlap. Don't play a normal game. Just be there. Because you've been there on your own. You already built a character for yourself. You've been there actually makes, a bit of movement, I'm like, okay, fine. I'll try, coach. I call my mom, call my sister, called my fiancée. Then late at night before I slept, I'm like, to leave her. I'd send him a text like, okay, I think I'll give it a shot. Like, don't force anything. In the morning after breakfast, went to physio, they tried to rub, but then even when they were trying actually to rub it, I would feel pain. Okay, they strapped it whichever way they can. played Arrows at Dobsonville. To show that actually it was my day. The gods were with me, you know. I got man of the match that day. You know, playing with injury that I literally never even jumped halfway line. But then even though there was a bit of temptation, because even kicking the ball was a problem. So I'd always try to play the ball with my outside of the foot if I pass, you know. But then there were points in time where the muscle was getting warm, then I started now passing with force and all that, you know. But then towards the end of the game, even I think the commentator themselves, they said it, that actually, I don't know, Levi never trained the whole week, and he is playing with injury. They're not sure if I'm going to last the game, you know. Then upon me getting man of the match, I even said to Mr. Deshi, I'm like, there's one of the game that actually showed me the kind of potential I have. I had an injury. It's like, yeah, you are away. I was coming to ask you about the injury, you know. But then, yeah, you carrying out of the 100% fit players, like a man of the match. You know, that happened. The year went on, you know.
Yeah.
Season got done.
Yeah.
Still talks of Levi leaving Swallows.
Yeah.
Before I left, Levi even called me. He's like, remember what he said. Don't rush and move. Look at what happened to Buso Kumalo going to Sundowns, you know? Like, wait, solidate your place in the PSL. Have a 2-3 season, then make a big move. I know money is different from Swallows, but then just wait. And I did agree, and I did say I'm not leaving. And Leon Prince even made a public announcement that Levi Mokgothu is not for sale, is not going anywhere. Fine. I get home, it's off season, relaxing, spending time with family and all that. My dad's friend, a guy from next door, says to my dad, hey, congratulations, I'm not one your deal is close to being done. Remember, visa players E2 for deal high. Man. So about blow my fine. So my mom, she's got a bit of color in her. You know, she just a colored that somehow.
Yeah.
You know, so she gets a call from my uncle. Saying the same thing, you know, congratulating me already about the deal. That the deal, I don't know, somewhere in the radio was said the deal is going to be done before Thursday. You understand? The deal actually it's nearing its finish point. Both teams agreed terms. What terms? Me, I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, fine.
Your agent hasn't said anything.
Nothing. I did hit up to Tim Sugazi. I'm like, Tim, he was overseas, I couldn't get hold of him, so I sent him a text.
He was your agent then?
Yeah.
So the agent who signed your deal with Swallows wasn't Tim?
No, it wasn't
Tim. But after he helped you to sign, then he left?
No, I think during the season.
Yeah.
I actually, because Tim Sugas was a newspaper agent, Mark Macab, you know, those agents that you know.
Yeah.
So he came attractive, you know, tell me that he's gonna.
He presented himself to offer to.
Yeah.
And one thing you didn't tell me, the deal at Swallows, because now this is your first professional contract. Did it make business sense, or were you just excited to be a professional player?
To me, it was excitement.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking, I'm from Swaziland.
Yeah.
I went to so many teams.
Yeah.
I traveled, like, I hardly went to trials in Joburg because I thought Joburg teams are for Joburg boys.
Yeah.
You know, they're for Joburg people. You know, they would rather give a preference for someone that's from Joburg rather than me.
Yeah.
You know, I'd always go outside.
Yeah.
But then here's my first opportunity coming to a Joburg team trials.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd always say, I'd always criticize having to go to Swallows, you know. I'm like, Swallows, there's no way that I can mold. I would always choose other teams, you know.
Yeah.
Here's me getting an opportunity, boom.
Yeah.
Where I've always run away, that was my home.
Yes.
So
when you were signing the money factor, did you know how many years were signing with Swallows and the package? How was it?
I was signing a 3-year contract. I signed a 3-year contract that had contract improvement every season. From the 39,000 I was getting, I think I was going to 49 till the last season, till the contract's been negotiated, you know.
Yeah, and you were getting signing on fees.
I was getting signing on fees.
Yeah.
There was also bonus playing around there.
It wasn't a bad deal for a start. I mean, if you started 39,000.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all, because it changed me, moved me a bit, you know. It changed me, stabilized myself from coming there to here, from all the way to Swaziland to here, you know.
But you only played one season at Swallows.
I only played one season.
Yeah. Now you've got Tim in the picture as an agent. Let's take it up where now Chiefs is interested. I was asking if your agent informed you during off-season if you are moving.
During the season, Laduma had quiz buzz or whatever, but then they put on their side opposite that Sundowns are interested in Levy Mokgothu. It looks like the boys know enough news. I mean, when the season is over, is going to be going to Sundowns and all that. Then Chiefs already been there. I wasn't even thinking to go there, you know. But then during the time, then I'm thinking, my friend is there, majority, it's fine, you know. And Chiefs is our cause, you know.
It's a big team.
So Chiefs' interest only came later during the league, towards the league end. I only knew about Sundowns, you know. Chiefs' interest only came later, and I only had rumors. I always told myself it's rumors. So I'm home. I get a call. Team sends a message that tomorrow you need to report in Naturena to go do medical. And I did say to him at some point, I'm like, Mr. Sukazi, are you aware of interest that Chiefs? No, I'm not aware. I'm even overseeing now. But then if they are aware, my boy, don't worry. I'll deal with them when I come back. It's like, why you asking? Like, no, man. Since I've been getting people and talks, you know, talks, media personnel wanting to have a bit of interview in terms of that, you know. It's like, no, let them talk. It's building the hype on your name. But then if there's anything, they'll have to go through me. I'm like, okay. I went home. A day before I spoke to him about what I just got from this person saying that congratulations. And he said, those are just rumors, leave it like that. A day after, he called me. Actually sent me a text that tomorrow you need to be in Naturena to do your medical. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, no, the team has signed you. They've agreed terms and all that. Everything is done. It's all. Don't worry. The team knows that you're going to Chiefs. Even the clearance has already been taken there. So now Joy comes in. One season, what you know, one season in the league. So Joy comes. So I tell my mom, you know. Then I got a call from Bongi that I was working for team. Levi, why? I'm like, I'm home. Like, no, you know, tomorrow this time you have to be there. What? I'm like, hey, I don't have petrol money. I'm still home. I'll see you. Like, no, you have to be there tomorrow. I don't know, then we just close now. Can't the Chiefs only get to me? No. I know you have to be there for medical. I'll send you money. I said, money. Tell my parents now, it's whole excitement in the house, you know. Left home 4 a.m. in the morning because I had to be there at 9. I left home at 4, 8:30. I think 8 o'clock I was already at the village. Getting there, get off, steak. Hey boy, hey, Shapuzet. Kenagada. Lady airport out there kara. Yakum tole. David, mune train kita ada what? Medical train kid. What's happening? You know? Trying to change in Uyoko Fatros medical. That time I'm flat out. I wasn't training during off season.
Yeah.
I'm thinking medical is just like your test, your blood, what you understand?
Yeah. And you wanna run.
When I get there, I see cones. I see all these lavail. I'm like, they say others came already. When today It's your date. It was me and Ovidi Karuru. It was this is gonna be war. And I just came, my family's still in the car, you know, I'm thinking to myself that we're just gonna do medical then leave.
Yeah.
You know? Because medical 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 done.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So this one is a different setup.
Yeah.
So I get there, I sit down. So I'm looking at this theater of home. I'm like, Levi, you made it, boy. There's been players that played their whole season, have 100 or whatever appearances. They never set foot here. You are here now.
Yeah. In 22 games from Swallows.
One season.
Yeah.
Your deal was talked about deal that time. Even 2 players was like Ibalo and Planikele had to be taken to Swallows for your move with money on top. So now I'm feeling okay. It only took me a few games for these people to pay for me. And I was here when they could have gotten me for free. They never signed me. Fine. Medical happens. I was flat, like really big test. Even I didn't go that far because I know myself. Big test, they even knew it Swallows. At Chiefs, they knew later that actually I'm the last man standing. You know, as long as they know big test, my fitness level was good, man. You know, I never had any complaints, nor does any coach. So that happens. Medical done. Met up with Steak. Met up with the coach was in there. It was a caretaker coach at the time. Then I leave. Okay, now I'm being given a program. We're gonna start whenever. When are we gonna go off for camp? You know, now things are lightening up.
Yeah, contract guy.
My thing
comes
to that, you know, like things are going well, man. I leave us, we meet up as Bongile there after the medical, the one that worked by team.
Yeah.
We go, we meet Steak, we talk with Steak, welcoming us, on and so on and so on, you know. We go in there, we sign code of conduct by the office, and players what. Okay. And I'm being told about Puma, this is the village, only Nike works here, you must stop wearing your Puma and you must go to the shop there and tell them to give you a sneaker. You know, just go in there, the shop, and get a sneaker. Okay.
So if you tell me Puma, not here.
Hey, I was thinking about Puma. Hey. Like more Ghana, then just out like try the fellows of their power to reach your crew.
Yeah.
Okay. No, okay, boss get steak, sharp. So I leave. Go home, find excitement, so on and so sharp. I've already got a present, print out when I'm gonna be leaving and all that. Boom. So now when reality is okay, Lefa called me and I'm like, Skip, I didn't know anything. Like even most of the people Swallows, because Swallows used to have Friday, every Friday would have lunch, would go somewhere. Like there was me, Mabalane, Lefa, Papi, Chabang. So would change turns. That every Friday you taking us out for lunch. Restaurant of your choice. You choose where we can meet you. It's either in Tron, wherever Rosebank Center. Yeah. Next to get this one, next to that one. So that's how the team building was being built there. Yeah. That's why you saw Swallows was like a family. You know, you have people that have their own group, having their own bride. We all together, you know. So they kept on calling, saying that what happened. Some would say congratulations, but those, you know. Yeah. I'm like, I have no clue what happened. Yeah. So one time we're sitting, after some time, now the league is on, I think after a couple of games, after the Kalim Black level car. I went to meet up with Lefa.
Was it so glad? I was so glad. Yeah. But your personal terms, they go Chiefs when, because I get a team and Chiefs and Swallows agreed. When now in America, when are they talking to you about your package? They haven't spoken to you.
My king, I left Solos without not having my. I left Chiefs without having my contract like this. I don't know my Kaizer Chiefs contract.
You never seen it?
I never seen it, touched it, even went through it.
Were you paid?
I was paid.
But you just saw the money coming in from Chiefs, but it's not something you ever discussed?
I was given, by my agent, I was given, I think I knew, I think it was part of the contract, but I knew how much I would be getting. I knew for how long. You know, I knew when it's going to change. But then not the contract.
Yeah.
I never had initialed a contract whereby the front page is like this, like I did at Swallows. Initial every page.
You've never signed?
And went through it, no.
How did that happen, Levi?
All that I remember signing was a code of conduct and just knowing how much I'll be getting paid, you know. The rest of the contract, I know a contract, you know, I never signed it. Like, I thought because of my agent took over, maybe they give it to my agent, then he signed on my behalf, and, you know. But I'm thinking, wasn't I supposed to have a copy?
Yeah.
You know. Even if I did say that, how is it that you don't have a copy
of the contract? Okay,
maybe it's of my agent. Now, yeah, your agent should give you the same contract that he has. He must keep original, must give you the same contract so you are aware of certain terms and conditions, of certain loopholes.
Yeah.
You know, there might be loopholes that you're not aware of. You get what I'm saying? So that came to my attention. You know, I wanted assistance. I'm actually just on the legal side, just to understand why. You know, I did even question Sport at some point. Why don't I have my contract? No, we care by team. What? Because you're representative and so on. But my days at Chiefs were how do I say? They were good. Me arriving, excitement. But then it's always been said a playing player is a happy player. So here is you getting paid, no play. Multi-choice was discovered, Disky challenge. At least I managed to just move around a bit, you know, be part of something, you know. Played 3 good games. You know, 3 very well good games that gave me recognition to the national team.
Good Disky challenge.
Disky challenge. I think even from that time, the Swallows team, the Chiefs team, it was me and Ndulula only. Or it was me alone, I don't remember properly. The next day was only called in later when I don't know who had injury. So now, Steve was there watching the game against Cosmo, my first game. And interviews happened, questioning the coach that since Levi is doing this and he's showing, he's raising a hand, so maybe, you know. But that's just media platform, you know, say what people want to hear. Fine. I'm trying even now to find myself. Actually, to get myself answers why I never played at Chiefs.
When you got to Chiefs, who was the coach?
It was Stuart. Stuart, he was never welcome upon me getting there because he never signed me. That's what I picked up later on.
Yeah. How was your relationship with him on arrival or on he saw you first time?
We never had any relationship with Stuart.
Yeah. He never paid attention to you?
Never paid attention to me. Never been a coach where you call me on the site, improve there, do this, do that.
Yeah.
You know? It just, there was even a group of players whereby you can see they're not even taken into consideration at Chiefs, whereby there was a friendly game that we once played, you know. Played the friendly game. Okay, the first team played. Then there was us that was going to play. The coach got up and he went into his office.
He didn't watch you guys?
He didn't watch us. I think it was Doctor that was left there. I don't know who. And he went up to his office. All right. I'm not going to lie. You know, I think it's something that he still does, maybe even now. But then I don't watch PSL anymore. But then games that I actually watched, I still see that. Why does this coach still have favoritism? You know, I'm not what Chiefs has. They have players. You know, they have players that, if they can be used to their ability, they can be talked about like Sundowns. Sundowns, they give everyone a chance. That's why Sundowns is a dangerous team, because you cannot predict it.
Yeah.
Chiefs, it's basically predictable. You know left, right. You know everything.
Playing the same team.
Same team.
Either on form or off.
5 players, 5 defenders. What are you trying to compromise? You still have star midfielders. You still have playmakers. You know, you still have players that can change and do things for you. But you want to have a whole lot more of 5 defenders, if not 6. You know what I mean? I sometimes just would question myself: how do Chiefs, sign players? How do they make recommendation about certain players? I would say you see, when Sundowns sign, they sign because they strengthening that side. They're not signing because of a player is available or whatever. I did say to one friend of mine, he's a Chiefs supporter, we're watching a game, so they wanted me to have a say about Chiefs. I'm like, no, why should I? Yeah, I pay for the team, but that's not my life. I'm not better. I do respect them. But then it's just that now I see the quality that they have. I'm like, but the Stewart is not a coach that believes in youngsters. There's a lot of players, youngsters that are hungry, that can come in and actually, I'm not saying put all the youngsters, mix experience with young. Mix the running blood with the slowing blood. You understand? So, now with the challenges they've been facing, it's not a train smash. It's not something new, man. It's always been coming. Due to certain decisions that been made and signings, and it's like every coach that comes he comes under pressure himself. He's scared to make decisions. It's like when you're a player being a Chiefs, you always want to be at your tippy toes. But then the same thing, where you're supposed to be your calm zone, your comfort zone, your father, which has been the coach. The same person now, he's on his tippy toes. He doesn't want to take a risk. Yeah. He's always...
So it's going to be difficult for him to comfort you if he's not comfortable.
He's not comfortable himself. How does he comfort? How does he make you feel comfortable if he himself as a coach is not comfortable? He knows results are wanted and all that. No coach comes to Chiefs and they give him a platform to maybe say, let's give you a stage, develop,
Sign your own players.
Sign your own players, or we give you 3 seasons. Work with this team, or 2 seasons, work with this team, and see what you can do with it. I should say, Pito, the whole Sundowns team, they're given a platform. Understand, seasons back is a culture. They're the same coaches. Pito left, but the culture of Sundowns still remain. Steve came in. It's a culture. It's the same coaches that have the same philosophy. Good motivators, good game readers. Coaches that I don't think I've ever heard or seen them being a part of that, of being coaches that have favorite players. Rulan was my coach at Platinum Stars. I know the kind of coach that he is. He's a good motivator. He tells you, he believes, he knows the player's strength and the weaknesses. So is Steve, so is Mangnoba. Those are the coaches whereby they analyze, they're good in analyzing a player. Not all players are the same. You cannot have a track and expect us to run for fitness and think that all of us are going to be fit. No, there are track runners. There are players that are fit agility-wise, technique-wise. Yeah, you can have all of those that can run box to box and running, but then not be fit. You can have the game changers that got the agility and the technique to run from here to here and make a big difference. And that one that runs a marathon. Football is a small pitch. I never understood coaches that would make preseason, you run 15 laps, what they used to do at Free State Stars when I went there for trials. It doesn't help. You're crumbling down the player's body. You have to know your players that, this one I know. Even if I can say 50 laps he will do. This one will be last. or he'll be in the middle. But game,
He will deliver.
he'll deliver. You get what I'm saying? So it's been that thing at Chiefs. I won't lie. Me making it, my deal breaker. When I started now losing myself, losing a bit of focus. It was only a play against Marisbeck, and I think Tep was injured.
And coach was still Stewart.
Coach was still Stewart. That's when I knew that this guy actually, me and him, and I've been picking up the whole vibe of him having favoritism. You see, Kulu would always have a problem there because he was an aggressive player and he would be aggressive to Stewart's players. Then, how can a player go in hard during training session, then you shout at him, but then forget to shout at the other one? Understand? You tell him not to go hard. He went hard at that player because the player did the same thing to him. So he was already angered. So he wanted revenge. But he went in hard to show him that I was being light in his training. But then the way he did, I went in the same way. He's a defender. But then now the blame goes to the player, to him, not the other one. So there's a bit of level that you see. Okay, this one is here. You get what I'm saying? So there's many players, there's many players that would say, a player would deliver, but then come game time, you find this one, but then come on, this guy, why? I know they say even if a player had a bad game last week, don't take him out because you're going to break him. Let him build and correct from his mistakes, and maybe during the game then change him and put in another one. Can understand? But then sometimes you cannot have a player doing same thing three times in a row, but then you want to say after 3 times you still say he will improve. Give him a chance to recover, regenerate. He will come back be a better player.
So on that Marisbeck game?
The Marisbeck game, Tapo got injured. Or was it cut suspension? I'm not sure. We got there. Actually, I saw from training that I'm not going to play. They had put Parker, Kata, as a left back, being a right footer. And Khotomuleko was playing right back. Okay, I'll train with the team that's traveling, But then you would see I'm just there in the 18, There's no spirit breaking, or if you want to break a player, defensive-wise, let me say, being a right back and a left back. Wingers, you can play left wing, right wing, that it's now today's football.
They switch even when it's during play time.
Fullbacks, knowing that you have options of left-footed players. Then you put in a right footer on the left footer position. You break in the boy. You break in the player. You show him that you don't value him. He's less of your worry. Mind you, understand, it was nothing about, I'm still new, I'm young. I had my fair share with Swallows, played most games. They signed me. I never went there for trials. I went there for trials, they never signed me. I went and I proved myself. They bought me out. So it was a thing of, I ended up thinking that Stuart actually never wanted me here. Maybe there was a player that he wanted. Or he's good with what he has. Because there's no way that a coach that never wants to give you a chance on anything. You play against a team that, there's teams whereby people are saying, this team, man, let's rest our regulars and all that. You play against those teams still, You look at this coach Kante. Is this person really, he has such personal vendetta against me, or what did I do? But finally you did nothing. Come on time on training. I get to training early, I go there, I gym. By the time they get there, I'm already back from gym. I'm here. I play multi-choice, I'm playing good. If maybe I wasn't playing good in multi-choice, then you would have had maybe something to say that this player, friendly games I'm playing, I'm delivering. Never had my head down. Then Stuart left, Steve came. But I see now that coach left. I thought even when Steve coming, because Steve is a coach that plays, that believes in talent. You're talented. If you're good enough. You're old enough. Not this thing that you're a youngster. You're good enough. You're old enough. You play. So Steve comes to the village. Boom, Steve. Same thing. He was a good coach. You would talk. Congratulations. He was a great coach. You know, but then comes in, then he adopts the same philosophy, you know. So I end up thinking it's normal about the coaches, it's about the team. The coaches come in here like players, they're told what to do. You know, fine. Played multi-choice, got a national call-up, which was unbelievable myself. I didn't think it would happen. Played both home and away against Angola full minute with an injury again. Came back. Upon me coming back, I thought things would be easy. Come back from a national setup. So I have to be at least given a chance or two. And he was, I think the coach was there when he played against Angola home.
He was watching.
Then he saw, you know, and he had maybe a bit of answers to actually answer to that I'm playing here and I played so well. I had a great game thingy when you played against Angola.
Yeah.
You know, played 90 minutes, never was substituted. Even the coach himself that time, even when Sheikh Mashaba came, he did say, he watched his game, I just need to, next time when I do this, I need to push forward more. You know, play my game. But then that time, the coach didn't know I have an injury. So I was being cautious.
Yeah.
Come back, still the same thing. There was a point season where Tax wanted me for a loan. I don't know what happened, it never happened. Chipa came in for a loan, supposed to leave. Window closed down at me. There was delays of what, I don't know. You know? And I stayed. Then there was a time where they were getting rid of 10 or 9, 11 players or 9.
It was close to 10.
Yeah. When you came back the next season, that's when they said Chipa wants me for a loan. I don't know how things happen because I even called Team. I'm like, Team, I spoke to Stakes. Stakes said he's just waiting for the chairman to come and with you also to be present so you can sign the loan deal, you know. I did go to Stakes, I spoke to her. I did even call Team after, but then I don't know what happened. So the first time they took a bunch of people, there's a time when Kilampele left, Josta, you know, that group, you know, they left, fine. And I remained. So I'm like thinking, okay. To myself, this is how things operate in the team. I need to get myself out before anything, because once you stop playing, they start finding a space for you in the back to leave. So, second season came. Now, second season, I'm no more fast about the village. I'm no more fast about the Naturena. I'm no more fast about the jersey and the coaches, the players, because I already saw the pride at stake. Players don't love each other there. You know, you players themselves work with coaches that they take things that you do, they take it to the coach and tell the coach, this boy does this and that, or he did this and that. He was drinking whenever and ever, you know.
There's too much backstepping.
Too much. Backstepping is worse there. You know, you get to be backstepped by someone that sometimes you go on day-to-day basis with. You know, someone that comes to your house, visits you, go back and actually say something better about you. But then to me, it has never been. I told myself I'm not a player that's going to be friends with coaches. Coaches to like me because I'm a good player and I'm playing. Not now I have to go to the coach and talk bad about other people or say things that people do because of now I want to be in good books. It's not me, you know.
Well, at Chiefs, at a time you were still now competing for position in the Tsepo Masile. Would you say senior players, because he was a senior player and obviously he's close with other senior players, do you think senior players were scared of the coach to say, hey, if we pull this senior player out and play Levi, he's going to gang up with other senior players and the coach will be in trouble?
You know, the thing, when I got to Chiefs, my first time, I walked right to the senior players' changing room.
They have their own change room.
It's a seniors and the youngsters.
Yeah.
I walked right into that and it's been my changing room ever since. So I was changing with your Shabas, your Katande, Morgan, all the senior players, your Chosta and all that. Your kid at some stage, your bar. So I walked in right there, and they used to chase. If you're a trialist, you come in there, they'll send you into the juniors changing room.
Yeah.
The other changing room whereby it was just packed.
Yeah.
So here you are there, you're chilling, you got your space, you got your cupboard, that side is just chaos. So I actually went in there and I said there, and there was never been a prayer, leave, I want to know. I got in there, I gelled, and I'm like, the thing is that I think Stuart, he's still stuck in the old philosophies. Wanting to use experience more, and the football has changed. Experience goes with pace now. An experienced player can't run up and down. Experienced player always want to do less, not more. So, but then they can give you what you want, but they don't want to give you that five games coming. A young boy, he's hungry. He's willing to do more. No, he's willing to prove you, coach. He's willing to prove himself. He's willing to prove to improve his contract. Everything's exciting for him. He'll give you more than. He'll give you 4 games ahead. Look at Ngo, the boy, the midfield of Chief. That boy, he was given a role ahead of seniors, and he raised his hand and he's been doing good. He played under Katande. He was playing good. Katande being there. Now the coach is Stuart. The boy, this game time, and now Chiefs puts a right back, Blom, middle field. He won't give you anything. Here is this boy. Give him a chance. They had so many good players, man. They have players, your Zumas, your Matlaselas, your Nchangas. Those are playmakers. Your Extian. Those are playmakers. Because of the young, you want to play experience. That's not giving you anything. Why don't you give young boys a chance? Yes, once you play a young boy, an experienced player will change his mindset. But don't let a person be too comfortable, because a comfort zone kills everyone. Once you get to be too comfortable and you don't see any more challenge, you get to relax. Think that this is me. And that's where the downfall of your performance and of the results is at. So me not playing there, I really would want one time just to sit down with Stuart. Let him just tell me, no, not that there's anything I'll hold against him, but then let me walk on with I'm not playing soccer, I'm fine. Let me walk on with my life and move on from football. At least I have answers why. Because you get to have people outside, hey, why are you not playing? Hey, you're so good. Why you play a tournament, you play this, you play indoor. People are still asking, why are you not playing? You're such a good player, you're so energetic, you fit. Why are you not playing? How do I say? Do I walk in the office and ask? No. It was only a few players that can do that. I can walk in, coach, coach, what. And they will be listened to. Who am I?
And how was the lifestyle at Chiefs? Because you mentioned that in terms of the car you are driving, you mentioned earlier that you'll have to hide your car because senior players or other management won't be happy with the car you're driving.
No, actually, Chiefs, it was a stepping stone, It was, from where I was, it was a stepping stone, financial-wise, not career-wise. I was staying in Linders. I moved Linders because Chiefs was all the way in the south. Stayed in Basonia, I was a lifestyle person, man. I liked finer things. They offered me to stay by the clubhouse. I'm like, no. I got kids and I got my woman. So I don't want to be where rowdiness is at, Even I didn't want to stay in Remseg. Still don't want to stay in Remseg. Remseg is just like Midrand to me. I call it Mamanya Sebenza. So I stayed in the south. Stayed in Basonia. That time I got to Chiefs. I was driving an X5 and a Polo.
When you get to Chiefs?
Yeah. Got the car issue was also a problem that I'm driving a big car, being a small boy. Fine. I think I got my sign-on fee. Excitement, it been there. I was a very much of a manipulative person that footballers don't understand or they don't know that. I was an auction buyer. So they see me changing cars, have 4 cars, 5 cars, they like, you wasting money. Like, it's fine, you're a footballer, your mind is directed. You're just like a horse. You know, you like this. You don't think out of the box. You don't think out of the thing of you not being a footballer. You know? I was buying cars on auction. My first car was an X5, then Polo TDI. Second was CLK63. Also had 135, so we like the convertible part. Then I bought the CLK63. From CLK, I bought 530 GT. 530 got into an accident, repossessed. I'm not repossessed, sorry. Loan repair, write off. Insurance write it off. Then they gave me I could take the same car of the same price range. Then I got the 335 convertible. Fine, life was okay, man. Like my parking lot was happy, but I would leave this car, that car. The cars were parking there, you know. I had my weekend cars and drop top and all that. There was a point in time even when I came with a brand new Range Rover at Chiefs. And actually Steve just stopped me and said, "Hey, Levi, we're not going to so the Range Rover." But then, you know, there is not everyone that will be happy for that. And others will just pass and like, hey, you know, fine. I'm not here to live for people, man. You know, that's the way life is. You are you when you are alone, not when you're inside a crowd. You know. So I managed to live a good life. I moved from there. I stayed Basuni. I went to Measek Lifestyle Estate. Everything was okay. I just moved from. It was a nice townhouse, you know, double story by the mountain and all that. Then I went to Measek, so a more spacious house and all that. Because I'm a person that likes animals. By that time, I owned 1 snake. When I got to Measek, I bought 2 snakes and I bought a 3rd one. Then the 3rd one died. Then I had pit bulls on the side. Then now I just have a green lizard. So I'm just a person that likes
animals,
wild animals,
nature,
you know? So we moved there. Everything was okay, man. Then when frustration kicked in at Chiefs, I'm not gonna lie, there was a point in time whereby I just didn't care, you know? We would be training tomorrow in the morning. I'd go out, chill by my friend's place, VMC, and they'll complain about I'm training tomorrow, I must leave. I'm like, man, we're training in the afternoon, Jomo and Dobza's place. So I'd go there, chill there, come back, go to church. I would give 0%. When they stopped me even from playing multi-choice, I'm like thinking, why? Is it a pressure that I
So there was a time where they say you must stop playing
multi-choice? I wasn't picked anymore for multi-choice. But then all the games I played till I stopped, I was playing okay. You know, now all of a sudden, maybe because I come from a national setup, now I'm playing there, and it's going to be a thing of now, why am I playing multi-choice only? Then they stopped, you know. So now I'm not even getting a loan to go elsewhere. So I'm like, okay, fine.
So you just train now?
Let me just enjoy my football money. You know, frustration, like it happened. I saw it happen even after me. Players going through frustration. Players going through difficult times due to what's happening there. You know, but then how do you go? You cannot go to a player and tell him, you know, this and that and that and that. There's a thing I always say. I'm like a platform. I wish South Africa can create a platform to invest certain percentage of money in players' salary for them, or whether it's been done by teams or whatever. That without player being aware, because a player, if you tell him you have 1,000 rand, invest 500. You will have a plan. But then if you take the 500 before he gets the 1,000 rand, he only bases his life on 500. But this has been saved up for him. Right? Then that whenever he retires or whatever, he gets it back. Rarely enough. Don't be a person after that you say you taking this much of percentage. No. Give it back. Give him back, you know that, okay, 4 seasons. 500, 500, 500, how much? Without him being aware when he goes home to struggle, like, hey, there's your I think there can be a system, you know, I don't know, through text or through players, you know, because teams won't do that. Teams, they won't, you know, our agents themselves is their platform, but I don't know. You know, it's sad to have an agent that doesn't know where you come from, his home. Yes. But that time, he's the person that does manage your finances. It's a sad reality. I hope players can start putting it into your mind. You have an agent. Let that agent be part of you. Let him know where you're from. Or agent themselves, let them just make that platform of knowing a player's background. You know, did he finish school? He didn't. Business ideas. Agents are business people. Give him a business idea. You know, you're not going to get your sign-on fee. And think of doing this and that. You understand the papers, this will be under your name. But then, you're not going to receive, there's the money that you will see annually or maybe mid-term, you know. Then at least you know how much you're making. But then there's your emergency money. Agent is managing. If you want, there are players that are getting 50,000, but then when it comes to January, they don't have money to go back to the teams, you know. So there's a point whereby you ask an agent, can I have 5,000? He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't say you owe him. He will take it whenever, or you make a loan at a team. He knows that he's saving this money. He's got savings.
True.
You know,
That's a good point.
You know, so there was a point. I lost sight of things, man.
Yeah, because of frustrations now.
Yeah, I was frustrated. I'm not getting where I'm going and all that, you know.
Yeah, you just go to gym for the sake of it.
I go to gym sometimes out fake injury. Yeah. You know, when they're doing strength or whatever, or when the team that didn't play over the weekend trains there and you go to, I'm like, what's the use? It's not like maybe they improving you for anything, you know. I would even say to some players, because I was a vocal person, I'm a talkative person, I'm joking all the time. You know? I'll tell other players. I'll even make jokes about it. You know that we're not a trainer, shame. I sweat out sweat. Yeah. I sweat out time on the kappa going to cast bonmo feel team more. Yeah. Wait, FNB or FNB reta bona fela ka ya da re support. You know? I would say that just like in business, there are people, there's a CEO, you know, there's a manager, there's whoever, you know, there's CEO, a COO, and, you know, in football it's the same thing. There are teams whereby you get to, which is wrong. Don't sign me if you don't want to use me. Don't invest in me if you don't want to make me an asset. You know, you sign so and so and so and so, players that are doing good. You bring them here. Then you don't use them. Why waste the quality? Why waste a household? There's 4, 8, 10 mouths that are depending on that person. You keep him here, you pay him. After that, he's no use, he's not getting signed by anyone because he wasn't playing the whole season. Then he has to go back now, and now he does. People don't listen to his demand. He listens to what people say. If I say I give you now 500 rand, you know, play for me, you got no notification, you got no bank notification that you used to. You're gonna take the 500 because you're desperate. You know. But then at the same time, it's not that you put yourself there. It's a black person. It's your agent. It's the team that you came for. It's a coach. You know, it's a team manager wherever you are playing at. Yeah. You know, I wouldn't say, correct me for being wrong if I am, but then most of the players' characters, they caused by the suffering they go through in the team. Yeah. Some players, they just dead. You know, that their character is them. They like that. But then you get a player like that drinks but then when it comes to the game, he delivers. There's few I can mention to you that they were star players. You know, but then because of the character of the field, my private life is going to cost me in my job. If I'm living my private life, but then I can still deliver. What's important? Giving you what you want because I'm contracted to this. Yeah. If I'm having a private life, then I come to training, then I give you 0% or I come sluggish, whatever. Judge me, yeah. I'm jeopardizing my own job. You know, the same money that's giving me a lifestyle, I'm costing it. But then if I'm living my lifestyle and I'm coming here and I'm giving what you want, what more do you want? Yeah. Why should you take what the tabloid are saying or the media was saying for you not to characterize me as a person that's like that? You know, so I have to live a fake life. No. You know, I cannot live a fake life. I'm a human being after all.
True.
When I leave my office, I'm not my CEO. I'm Levi. You know, when I'm chilling with other people, I don't want to see myself as ahead of you guys. Or as ahead of my friends. I'm chilling with my friends, then I have to be ahead and act as if like I'm a celebrity. Most people would say that I don't act like a celebrity. What's a celebrity? Well, how does a celebrity act like? How do you define one? Does a celebrity is a celebrity's blood orange? No, the same person as you.
Yeah.
Maybe at a different pedestal. At your work, they respect you.
Yeah.
I don't know that. Because I'm a public figure, now I have to come back and I have to come back to you and maybe ill-treat you or look at myself as better than you. That's wrong. On your way up, there's a stepping ladder. Stepping ladders are people that you meet along the way. You know, should you have bad vibes, think that you are ahead of people. The very same people, the last person, actually your first step to life, that was the person that helped you into something. Should you have been that you think you've arrived and life is good for you and you're ahead of everyone and you ill-treat your very first stepping stone, which is your parents, on your way back, the very same people, you need them. And you might find that your brother that you ill-treated, your friend that you ill-treated, they're ahead of you now. Football life is gone. You're going to have to depend on who? Them.
Yeah.
But in that time, you are untouchable. You're a celebrity. You know? So what's a celebrity? How many celebs can you count that are still actually maintain their lifestyle now?
Very few.
Very few.
Yeah, very few.
Oh, from there, even footballers is sad. It's sad on footballers' perspective. It's sad. No footballer sees their life of football. You play football, you're done, you want to be a coach. You're done, you want to be water boy if there's that opportunity. You know, you want to be, okay, agents, they require quite a lot. Few footballers can turn out to be agents.
And you can't all be coaches, only few.
Only few.
Yeah.
You have to be a sports analyst, fine. Not everyone is fluent in analyzing. Not everyone is fluent in speaking. Not every coach that's coaching, not every coach that's coaching right now, they were good players.
Yeah. And also analyzing, they look at which team you played for.
Which team you played for.
Who do you know?
You cannot you cannot come from Black Leopards and find an analyzing position. Or be a football commentator. No, you're already demoralized by the team that you played for. You know? And it's quite unfair. But it's sad. But then you cannot change a person's mindset. You know, there was senior players that actually played for big teams that I get to meet. You know, and I actually thank God and I thank home that through my struggles I could keep focus. You know, even though there was a point in time where I would lose it. Losing it is just like pouring your heart out on alcohol. Yeah. You know.
And that's when you said now at Chiefs towards when you couldn't get a loan, you are not playing, you are not even playing for Disky Challenge. You were just frustrated and just going there. You were just in it for it.
What's my job?
The contract is.
What's my job? They might as well just give me a kit and wash it. They might as well just make me a ball boy. During training, I'm the one that fetches the ball. Yeah. You know.
So you stay there frustrated until your contract officially ends, or what happened now?
No, I stayed at Chiefs till my contract was officially terminated by them. There was a point. It was a seasonal thing at Chiefs, man. It still happens now. They sign 15, season end, they get rid of 10, you know? Yeah. So it's like they always have space for a new team. When results are not coming, players are the problem. Yeah. Players will go, you know? Yeah. If it was the case, why let go of the ones that are not playing? Those that are playing, they're the problems. That's what you have to get to actually get rid of. You look at your starting 11 that's been playing in and out, they're not giving you anything. Get rid of them.
So you didn't play much games, but you are part of the 9 or 8 that is being released, but you never played. You never lost a match because you didn't even get to play a match.
That's where you get to ask yourself, why are you judged? Why are you punished? Yeah. You cannot get home, mama abatla go shapa, o sa tsebo shapela. Yeah. You know, at least give me something. Don't tell me that I'm not on the coach's plan. Can the coach just come to me? Tell me, you know, Levi, this and that, I've got 6 players on your position, or your style of play doesn't suit my style of play. You know how you play. You know, explain to me. You know, you as a player walk out there and having something to improve on. You walk out of the gate, like literally, you ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Boom, you leave, you go to another team, you find a team, you Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite mental straining. You know, it takes a lot from players. I'm not gonna lie. What gets to happen to them in terms of not playing, and not at least a coach having enough guts to come reason. That's a coach, my father. You cannot be scared of me, I'm your son. You know, have guys to come to me and just say, explain certain things, you know, mobilize me. There's always a room for improvement. Coach himself has his own weaknesses. You know, and one never stops learning. You can be 100 years, you will never stop learning. You'll find something wise that's going to be said by a 5-year-old. It will build you as a 100-year-old. In life, that's how life is right now. You know, that's why rent and dollars, they fluctuate.
Yeah.
You can never be at the top forever. You want to come back. Just like a bird.
Yeah.
It flies there, but then it eats you.
Yeah. So after Chiefs terminate your contract, what next? Because did you try to go back to Swallows? What happened?
That time, Swallows was at ABC. Yeah, I tried to go back. Oh, no, from Chiefs, I went to Barbera. Played at Barbera. Then there also things didn't go according with the coach. Because I was coming to training with a car. You know, I was driving an X at the time. I was coming to training with a car. So I don't have to come to training with a car. That time I stayed in the south. He wanted to drive all the way to Midrand to park my car there, get in the team bus, go to training in Eldos. Didn't make sense.
Yes.
Forced to stay at the clubhouse. Because Panch Masanamela was staying there, you know, and other senior players. I have a house. I've got animals. I've got kids that I need to look after. So long I can make, and they want me to stay at the clubhouse. We're training at Eldos. You know, I started questioning those things. Clubhouse fine. I see, okay, well, other boys are staying. Yeah, they stay in Soweto. You know, they don't have, they're not that mobile to make it to training. And you don't want team bus to be picking up players from wherever. You know, then we just had an altercation with them, then I left. Then that's the ultimate place I would tell you that my career, I decided to end it at Barrera. They refuse up until now. I don't have my clearance. The team that doesn't exist, but I don't have my clearance. I went back to Solos. They were so difficult to give me my clearance. Solos played NetBank Cup, wanted me to play nothing. I was still training there. They were still giving me allowance. Fine, I was okay. You know, but then I called Barbera. They want to be difficult about giving my clearance. What team did I go to again?
South America? When did South America
Yeah, I think after Solos and all of this, then I'm like, these people, why? Then I want to go back at Barbera. No, they say that, no, if I get any team, I must just tell them they'll negotiate with that team. I go to South America. Okay, I met up with Golova. We spoke, what. Then they got, I got a trial out in South America, which I got there, everything went well. You know, I even called, after my first game playing there, I called Joe. I'm like, which was the manager of Barbera. I'm like, I think things are looking up for me this side. So can I please have my clearance that Golova will speak to you, then you just give it to him so they can process everything. You know, I was like, okay, but then when the time comes of clearance negotiations, I don't know what happens because I was that side. Golova told me this guy was difficult to say this and that. Before going to South America, I went to Safa's house. Requesting that I've got an offer to go overseas. I'm requesting for my clearance from this team that I'm not playing for. You know, and it's a ABC team, but then why is this happening?
Yeah.
Wow. Safa never came to nothing. But it was a money negotiation scheme. There's Levi bringing nothing to the table. You're coming to talk to people that've got money that can always go there, man. Leave that boy. So on and so on. You get what I'm saying? So went to South America, came back before COVID the first lockdown. Then came back November, I think. But from there, I had already said that let me just rest, you know?
Yeah.
If my clearance is to make them rich, let it be. And I already had a construction and project company. But upon me going overseas, I saw that actually it's going to be a struggle. I'm not going to be able to mobilize it. I came back. I decided to sit back a little bit and actually focus on building the empire that I want to build for my kids and all that.
Yeah.
Then that's when things started now shading, like now starting to lose cars. This car gets into an accident, that one breaks this. Now there's more money that wants for it, you know. Just let go of the stress.
Yeah. So you still had those cars that you bought from auctions while you were still at Chiefs?
You know, I still had the X5. I still had the Polo. The 335 was taken back by the bank. And the CLA gave me a problem in the long run, then I just took it back to those people. So it was a thing of now the house in Miyasek is a problem, you know. So that's when I decided, let me go home.
Yeah.
Leave everything that needs to be left behind, go home and regenerate.
Home, you go to Bloom now.
Bloom.
Yeah.
So I have to take my furniture, everything. Luckily, I had a very supportive woman. Instead of her going her way.
Yeah, as you will see with most players.
Yeah.
Once the money is not coming, the women they leave.
That's why we stayed for 14 years, 15 with that woman.
Sure.
Even when things didn't go my way,
yeah,
we left, went back to Bloom, and she basically stayed with me at home. It was nothing that much of, maybe it was uncomfortable. There was no space. Everything was okay, you know.
Yeah.
She used to stay at home when I was here at times.
Yeah.
She finished a matric out in Bloom, you know. So everything was happening. We still like, even she still gets to visit home even now because the kids stay there. So I got back home, then a shield of parents, you know. There was never been a point in time whereby you saw Levi tabloid that Levi's broke, you know, pictures. I get to go on YouTube and I watch these people that take players ex-players having fun drinking there, then look at him now after football, look at him, he's like this, and then come on, you got nothing to do now, you know, you chilling there with your boys. You got boys that got the pockets, you know, they give you something, you drink alcohol of them, you know. Obviously you're gonna lose yourself. You got nothing. You know my celebrity. You know my professional player. Your life is more interesting now. You know. I would say myself, I enjoy my life more now, more than I was a footballer. You know, there's a lot I get to do. There's a lot I get to see. I get to explore more. I don't mind when I do things because of you mind when you do this and that. You wanna do this and that. You get a girl, then next thing you date that girl can go and say, takes you to the newspaper. Newspaper actually gonna believe the girl more than you. Your story as a footballer has never been heard. Your story, you die a silent cop because you're not allowed to say anything. Whatever you say can be used against you because you're a footballer, you're a public figure. You're gonna be even riddled by the same team that you played for, instead of they protect you. That you're not supposed to do this and that and that and that and that. You're putting our team's name in jeopardy, you know? Understanding that time, give me a platform. Levi, what really happened? Why this and that and that? You know, let there be. You get involved in a fight, so you're not allowed as a celebrity to fight. And you're not allowed to protect yourself.
Some people will provoke you.
Some people provoke you. You know, you go out there, people try to make a move on your girl, or you yourself, you make a move on a girl. You don't know it's someone's girlfriend. When the guy comes on you, what should you do? No, I'm a celebrity. No, you're a man. Every man has a pride. You know, you get players that fight with coaches. You know, because every man has a pride. It's a man's pride. Don't come to me and want to belittle me. Don't come to me and treat me like a child. I'll be defensive. The beast in me will come out. You know, and so those kind of things. I went back home.
Yeah.
I was a son again. I was their baby again. You know, and now, but then this time around, you get to have families. You know, everybody can work in whatever department. When things don't go your way, some of them they're so afraid to go back home. It's either when you're working, you never looked after your family. When you're working, you thought your family is nothing. When you're working, even going around your wood, you would think that you only go there for a day or two and come back. And when you're there, you know, you want people to treat you better than everyone. You're not better than anyone. It's life.
Yeah.
Life will humble you.
Yeah.
It will bring you to the same person that you actually used to tell that, hey, when I'm a Osta Anjanjan. You know? It will bring you to the same setup, and the same person would have rose. You know? Sometimes they say the word that you say to other people, bringing them down. Be careful. The same word you say is the same seed that you plant actually for them to grow.
Yeah.
So I would say that in my entire life, I've never, if I've overstepped on someone, it's only few. But then people that were my friends back then, some of them they no more my friends because they had something to gain that time. Because I understand when you're in a public figure, you're everyone's friend. Everyone want to do things for you. Everyone want to be around you. Everyone want to do whatever. But in the moment you break, the very same people that you fed, they're the same one that are going to be going out there and talking bad things about you.
Yeah.
Or how you used to do this, they do that, do this. Forgetting, you're in the same platform that I am. You're a footballer. You're going to be faced with the same things. And when they happen to you, now it's too late for you to come back and say you're sorry. And you're going to face with the same thing. You're going to come back. You know, come back again and start. Now they're going to be talking about you. It's a circle.
And at that time, Levi, personally, I understand you went back home to support your family Ishap. Personally, are you not feeling like I failed? I had these things, I was staying this kind of place, now I'm back home. How do you readjust back to Edladlin?
I had a season. I had a season of a breakdown. My season of a breakdown would be kept quiet by a bottle. My season of a breakdown, I would see it relevant as going out to clubs. You know? I'm a very reserved person, collective. I don't bring out my problems to people. I don't tell people my problems. I always say that I left home. I got independent at a very, very young age. And I left home saying I'm going to make it. And I did make it. I came home. Now it's a new chapter. I'm into construction and project. And I said to my parents, when I told them I'm leaving football, I said the same thing. And I'm done with football. I'm not going back. They were against it. As mom, like, I'm not going back. I'm going to focus on the company. But the company is something that's silent, that's quiet. You know, to the parents, something that's not agitating, actually, something that's not making a bit of a buzz is nothing. They want to see a movement. It's rare to find black parents believing in a hustle that's from scratch. You know, when you're busy selling tomatoes only for you to own fruit and veg, you know, or your own big market of fruit. But they didn't see the very first tomato that you actually sold, you know. So it's the same thing that I had altercation between my mom and dad. The understanding wasn't different. This one wanted football, this one understood. But I said to them, the same way that I made going to play football. I went to so many places, trialing. I only made it later. In football, yeah. In business, I'll submit so many tenders. I'll knock on doors. I'm young. I don't know anyone. You know, I'm swimming. I'm a fish in the shark tank. You know. So, but then I'm gonna make it.
Yes.
You know, and this is where I'm gonna make it. No matter what the challenge might be, I'm gonna make it. And yeah, things are going okay. you know, and to them, I never went back to them like, didn't I tell you that I made it? They just saw the results, and upon them seeing the results, now they start to move away from football life.
Yeah.
They stop asking me about football. You know, they stop trying to get me back into football, you know. I should say, I did have a moment of breakdown. There's still people now, I play soccer sometimes with the guys. There's still people now that even say, Levy, you can still go back and play. I don't even
Still in
think,
good shape, man.
I don't even think of going back.
You're no longer interested.
I'm no longer interested. There's things that I saw in football that now I think I would be questionable against. So, be it agent, be it team manager, be it coaches. You know, I would still, if now I had to go back, I would want to do things my way, but then there's things I wouldn't stand. My goal now is to own a football team. I don't want to be, I'm not interested in going to coach. I've got the option to come coach my team. I'm not interested. If I'm coaching, I'm still controlled. You know? If I'm coaching, I'm still someone's asset. You know, anywhere, anytime I can go. No, you see that with Chipa. He can sign, he can even sign Pep. Chipa will fire him.
Yeah.
You know, like he's the boss. It's his team. He can do whatever he wants to do if there's no result. You know? So, one thing that I said to myself, if I had to go back to football, I have to be a technical director of a team. Then I'll bring in change. Or I'll have to own a team. I'll be a sole partner. That's my only way I'll go back to football. Playing, no, I'm good playing indoors, playing your weekend games. Yeah, and I treat them just as much. No disrespect. Even the guys do say that you still have it in you. Yes, I still have it in me to play with you, not to go back.
Yeah. So let's talk about money in football. I mean, you mentioned something that I said to you is a good point, where you say you wish some money for players can be kept for them at a later stage. I'm sure you've seen players that you played with that played before you, after you. What happened with football's money? Because when you play football, you can have things, cars, houses, but immediately you're no longer playing, they disappear. It happens to a lot of players. You've got experience of it. What's wrong with football money? Is it cursed? What's wrong with football money?
I would like to say football money is bewitched.
Yeah.
You know? It comes in the bulk. It goes in, it goes out just the same. I don't know what is it that we do, or maybe the team that you're playing for, your patalang, babofile chelete we tulang we spend.
Yeah.
Because we wanna have one so and so bofile ka eng or spend the chelete, but chelete go for no to spend. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing that you get it. No, but. Yeah, man, there was a point in time whereby in the last month they were chatting to get one.
Yeah, and then yeah.
You know?
But within a month if it did.
I couldn't fit the next payday. So it's a thing of footballers have so much time in their life. They train only for 2 hours. They only need to focus for 2 hours. From there, they're headless chickens. You've got Sophia, you've got Tabise, you've got Mantwa. All of them, they're in demand. And now, the whole thing, girlfriend allowance. I'm on night will sleep shame. I don't need an investor. I don't need someone who open a bank. I want someone that's looking at me and she sees something that we can build an empire and actually invest into future.
Yeah.
Not milk me. Hi fella, you go to Tabang, do the same thing. No.
Yeah.
So footballers is a thing. I've been there myself, you know. But then I've always been a stubborn guy when it comes to money and giving to women. I always say the only women that deserve my money are people that were there with me when I had nothing. Because I know when I have nothing again, they can give me anything. You that's coming because of this something. When it's gone, you are gone. Because you came in to harvest. When winter time comes, what do? You gone. You know. So it's always been a thing of, is my mom, my dad, my sister, my woman, and my 2 girls. They are liable to actually harvest me.
Your money. Yeah.
The rest, I'll buy alcohol, we drink it together, I'll not give you money.
Yeah.
The rest, we go out partying, fine. We do together.
Yeah.
You know, not now. Footballers, even now I still see it.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. That's why I'm curious to say, what's wrong with this money?
It's sad. You know, like now, when I get a chance, I do get to sell them ideas. I'm like, if you invest this much into doing this and that, how much would you have within 12 months? I'm like, make an example. Save 2,000. That you buy 2 bottles at a club of, or even 1 dash. Save it. I was there. I blew money, yeah. We drank, whatever. But then, do you still want to be a generational example? Get rid of the curse. Get rid of it. Some things now should have changed our mindset. COVID, when it happens, it hit everyone. You being a billionaire, you were shaking about it. So now, you being a thousandaire, you're centenaire, you still want to bowl and show what you can do.
Yeah.
You can, girls, every girl is pleased by money. Every girl. Woman, it's within them to love money. But then, what you get your woman used to is what she's going to be. Because should then be no money, she's going to stay. So I look at that guy that's got money, or the other one that can provide, or that can cover up that. Because come on, we used to know girls that they were called soccer babes.
Yes.
Soccer babes would be girls that move from team to team. Jolalo, they go as a group. Jolalo, they stay there, make their cash, come back to Joburg. They go to Rustenburg, Platinum Stars, Jolalo, make money, come back. That's soccer babe thing. It's like development. I would see it. I would see it. I'm like, hey, but it's fine.
But you would say that's where most of the soccer players' money goes to. It's partying, girls, cars.
I'm not going to lie. Out of 100, 85, if not 90%, that's where the money goes to. It's only few that makes investment. I used to say South African salary, PSL salary will never allow a player to buy a house cash. You won't buy it. And it's risky to buy through the bank being a footballer. Because you don't know when your time is going to be up. So I would say to myself that I will rent till I have enough to buy cash. Because in this game of life, of being a footballer, your time is not guaranteed. You'll only be able to buy a house. I still say it even now. No PSL salary will give a player enough power, financial muscle to buy a house cash. No, except if maybe you at Sundowns, because their money is just okay. They look after their players in terms of finance wise. Or from there you have to be from overseas. You have to have played for maybe World Cup, whatever. There was a lot of money that you could have taken there.
You must have got a lump sum somewhere. In fact, it's not even salary. It's a lump sum that you must get somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
From there, the rest now, it's lifestyle, it's nightlife.
Yeah.
Family, it's sad that some of them right now, they still play in the road, they still play and then looking after family. It's still sad. I still look at it. I do make an example. I always think that it's easy to make an example. Actually, it's easy for me to make an example to someone because I've been there. I was there. So what I tell you, you'll listen to it. You'll understand. You understand? Other than getting someone that's a businessman, someone coming to tell me how I run my money. No. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I have to face. But then someone that's been there, you put it to them.
And when you were playing and signing a contract, was there anybody who ever tried to advise you with investment?
Yeah, I should say at the later stage there were people, because of most of my friends, they're old guys.
Yeah.
For me to even open my own company, I opened a construction company where I was playing. And there were mostly of people that I would hang around with, they were old people. So they would always say such.
Yeah.
But it got confusing when I open a company. Now I leave football, I want to focus on my company. When I get it, it's like, no, why are you leaving football? You got something to focus on. So why don't you go back to football? Oh, no, but then you said I have to have something that I'll fall back on. But then in life, I don't believe in falling back. I fall forward. So construction company is something that when I leave football, I'm falling into it to move forward. No, if now I'm playing, then I have something to fall back on. You will never juggle construction and project and still play. You know, if you run a business, you need to be hands-on for you to understand. But footballers will be lazy upstairs. That's why there's only few that read their contract. Word to word before initialing things. You know, there's only few that you can give a novel, read something about life, enhance your own reading skills. You know, there's only few. They still footballers that having to make an interview. You know, he's still a laughing matter. You know, like even their teammates, they'll listen to him, like you can't speak English. You know, it's a laughing matter at that time, but it's a personal thing. This point in time, you still get players that are not taking their education serious. No, I'm not saying go study. Like being educated, going to school and finishing matric right now is nothing. I'm not gonna lie. Everything happens with connections now. You go to varsity, you study something, you come back, you want a job at my place, I tell you, you're too qualified. You're overqualified for this position. What do I want? You get a job somewhere, you get someone that's just been taught how to do a certain job, but then when you come in here, qualify you when you complete it, you have cum laudes. You know, your manager, knowledge dololo, but then you're gonna earn less than him. You're gonna work so hard for you to keep pushing him because you're under him. You understand? So it's a sad reality that I don't go around doing motivational speaking in some school and tell them about education. Doesn't work education. Right now, the best way is to learn how to make money than how to earn it.
And I mean, you mentioned that PSSR is difficult to buy a house. How easy or difficult it is for a soccer player to walk into the bank, ask for a loan or a bond of a 2 million house, and they look at a contract, they say, but you only have a 3 years contract. So in the next 3 years, a standard bond is that 20 years, 10 years. Because sometimes people say, no, why they didn't buy houses? Why they didn't buy? Because how easy or difficult it is to get to the bank to say, sell me a house, give me a bond for a house, but my contract is 3 years.
It's difficult. It's difficult. The sad part is that you have 3 years, you want a 3 million house. They tell you, okay, they see you have bonuses, okay, you have your sign-on fees. But then doesn't give them guarantee. First, you're black. First, your bank statement shows taboo, Kong, Cocoon, swiping. Secondly, they see all your LVs, your expensive clothing shop that you go to buy clothes. Understand? On the other side, it's your car. Before even you go, they go approve you. Bring your statement here. Being a footballer, your statement. Like, okay, 3 years. Maybe we can risk with this one. His contract does say his sign-on fee is 2.5 million. You can risk with this one. Fine. They go on your bank statement. That's why I always advise people. Have 3 or 2 cards. Into a lifestyle card. Take money that you get from your salary. Deposit into this lifestyle card. That you'll spend, you'll swipe whenever, boom, swipe in. You'll swipe whenever it don't show. When you apply, they only see this. There's actually payment that you do to this card, but then they don't need to know what happens to this card. The bank is not gonna ask you. Okay, they only wanna see where the salary is coming in. This one, whether investing, you put money away, they don't know. You can actually make up excuses, but they see there's always money that's coming out to this account. But your salary, where it's coming in, I can't know change that black card. In black card, uflandawong, stoko, segalo, undawong, or black, or mofa, therapy. Footballers still do that now. Like different. Even now, like stock, like hasn't reached high. And I guess stock is like insult abanyana. No, I'm saying like get talia majita strategy. I wanna just stock sako. That's why even the case about stock salako. You get what I'm saying? So think to impress women, footballers, they still think money is everything. Yeah, it's everything, fine. But then you cannot impress 5 girls. That's the same concept. Or card, hale around. I get a shopping. Or regular or iPhone. Or regular or iPhone. iPhone give guy cash. Because their contract phone is 4. Never you off. Until the guy cash. Or Mufa card a shopping. Or batla in where eventing guy until Mufa card. Or utlapong, half the utlaposa change out on a verb. Because we day. Until Mufa card. Women don't think for footballers. Girls don't think for footballers. They think child footballer, it's like the raindrops.
Yeah.
They don't think. They rip them off.
And I fell out from you, they move to the next player.
You're no more relevant.
Property.
You're no more relevant. I fell, you're no more relevant. When Oyabo, NFD, ABC, you're no more relevant. She's got a standard to maintain. She wants a person that can come. It's either take her up or keep her on the standard. But then that's the thing.
Yeah.
You get to see all those girls visually soccer player. How many of them do they or end up having their own cars?
Not a lot.
Because child taking for entertainment, lifestyle. You know, how many of them get to say I have a license? You know, degree of some sort. I'm studying this. You know, because of I've noticed most of the smart girls, well educated, went to still studying or whatever. They're very cautious. They don't even see you and see a footballer. They brain challenge you. If I can have a conversation with you. Smart people, they judge. Can we have a conversation? This one, no. Girls, like some of the girls that the guys are dating. Yeah, come on, sit down and talk with this girl. And listen to whatever she's talking about. Lack of direction.
Yeah.
You know, her herself, she's a cash, is it injection, whatever. She's the one that's taking, she's milk sucking the money out of the footballer. Because as you listen to her talking, all that she sees, all she's talk about, you know, there's no business, there's nothing of empowering this man. Now, footballers might not be educated to that extent of investing and doing this with money. But then if comes another danda hit, there's 2 of you now that can't think out of the box. You know, what's going to happen? Only a bomb's going to come out of there. Disaster. You know what I'm saying? So even them, like dudes sometimes, you know, like conversation, man. I listen, I'm like, whoa, matata.
Yeah.
But I cannot say, because I don't want to insult anyone. I cannot say as if like I know better. No.
Sure. I live and done. We can talk the whole day. You know, football life, it's like that. I think in closing, just give your advice to the current guys who are coming and the one that are playing now. Just a message to them to say, gents, be careful of 1, 2, 3. Maybe it'll come
I won't lie. I won't lie to any footballer and say education is the key. Cut that. It's not the key. Your life, how you hold, how you handle yourself, how you treat others, it's all will make you who you want to be. There's left after football. There's you without that round thing. And the true definition or the true revelation of you, how you want to reveal, how you want to be revealed actually in future, in public, whatever. It's when you are alone. It's when you don't have any cling notification from the bank. That's when you know that now you've reached your breaking point. So don't allow yourself to get burned to know the fire burn. Learn now. Look after yourself. I'm not going to lie. Whatever football, let them make themselves happy first before looking at other people. Because of it's you, it's your own feelings, it's your own hard work, it's you who's going to go through things alone. Because everyone always has something to say, whether you're doing good or bad. You know, so learn how to invest in yourself now. In order for every footballer, I'm not going to lie, every footballer can be a businessman. Of the salary they have. Every footballer, I'm not going to lie. They earn so much that they can be their own CEO while working. And it's the best feeling ever if you have a double salary. If you're making money while you're still getting money from football. And there's money that's getting in, but you know that way off. You know there's money coming in, but it's not money that you spend. It's your emergency money. It's your ICU money. You know, so it's always good to think out of the box when you're a footballer. Think of you now and think of you 5 years. Don't go 10 years. You're going far. You might die before then. Short term.
Yeah.
Short term plan. You plan now 5 years. That 5 years you reach it, you're going to plan for another 5 years. Slowly but surely, you know, that whole thing, 10-year plan, investment that I get to prefer making, 6 months. I see what I did in 6 months. So in 6 months, do I keep investing same or I go up? I saw that actually I can save 100 rand. 6 months, 600. Oh, so I've been having, I don't save 100 rand, I've been having this much. No, let me put 200 more 600, sell it there. So I'm going to start investing 2. So by December, so I see. So always it's good when you make short-term, long-term plans. So you play now. Football is a short-term career. But while playing, your short-term plans should determine your long-term. What you do today determines the person you're going to be tomorrow. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Guys save the million. Before you plan to 100 rand, Mudima ba khopola. You get what I'm saying? You know, handshake if I say revise.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's reality.
Yeah.
We live for now and we live to appreciate every moment, every minute we get and say thank you God that I'm still here. You know, and thank you God that I still have a spoon and something on the table to eat.
Yeah.
But then when you go, you're leaving your national team behind, leaving your kids. You're leaving your parents. Let them have something to enhance. We live a risky life as footballers. Fast cars, nightlife, drinking, you know, alcohol, drugs. They shouldn't hide it. There are some that take drugs. They shouldn't be hidden. You know. So that being, you are a risk. You are a high maintenance on your own. That's why insurance. Go to any football player partner insurance less than 2,000 or 1,000 rand. I regularly insurance under the name, not under the father. Then the father, I hit the second driver, then cover cheap. But Elena, no, we are high risk. High risk me. When the bank how to work a loan, how can I go or a loan? You are a high risk
Football player.
that is why. Yeah.
So basically, footballer's life is difficult. It's not glamorous.
Yeah, high risk.
Yeah.
High risk.
Sure.
Look at what's happening to Zuma. At Chiefs. The boy, he's a good player, good talent, but that might cost him his career. Nightlife.
And based on your experience, that nightlife is from frustration of not playing.
You know, it can be every player. Human beings are not stupid, man. No, human beings, like I said when I started, a happy player is a playing player. If I play, I self-discipline myself. You don't need to tell me. I know what's at stake. If I'm not playing, what's the focus for? To honor the contract? Because I know obviously I will be contracted for 2 years, 3 years. You terminate, you have to pay me out. I don't want to terminate. So is that thing that I'll stay? You know, it's eating comfortable money. You know, the player that's been in the team for the longest time, getting salary, not caring whether they play a while, but then getting salary. Yeah, it's fine. You're still earning, you're still getting your money, you're still making ends meet, but then I'm not gonna lie, a playing player is a happy player. It's a happy player. You cannot be happy if you're not playing and eating money. Nah.
Sure. No, Levi, thanks a lot, Mokgothu, for coming. We had a great conversation. I mean, each time I talk to you guys, I feel like I'm feeling something new, and I feel new education comes up. And I'm very grateful for you allowing to visit us. And I believe we'll still engage more. I could tap a lot from you. That's why I think our talk went way longer than most talks I had. But thanks a lot once again.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much, TK.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you're doing, actually. And I hope during your hustle, there'll be a word or two or a brain that might be changed. Not the current or maybe the future that's coming. But there's a great concept that you have. Thank you very much, sir. Keep doing the good job.
Thank you very much, Levi.
Thank you.
So that was me, TK, from TK Solutions TV on YouTube, our show Off the Pitch with TK. Our guest was Levi. Thank you very much. Let's meet again on the next episode with another great former player. Thank you very much. It's a wrap.